wanted to run by you. First of all, when the Beavers are on defense, now they gave up 240 yards through the air to Teddy Boris last week, the quarterback for Diablo Valley. The quarterbacks for the Fresno City College Rams, they have two quarterbacks. Ryan Markarian is the sophomore, and Yajay Vance is the freshman. They have combined to average about 230 yards and 3 touchdowns each of their first 2 games. And so I think that matchup against the Beavers secondary is going to be key.
Yeah, definitely. I think the Beavers secondary needs to come in, set the tone here, not give anything too much deep. I mean, we saw them last week in that second half. They got torched deep. They got torched short. Tackling became an issue, and you're going up against a receiver like Ramon Ruiz today, who had 115 yards last week in the win over Sierra College. So this is a secondary that's going to be tested early. I mean, this Fresno team is averaging over 400 yards of offense a game. It's one of the top offenses in the state. So if you're AR, you need to come out and set the tone defensively early. Fresno went up 13-0 in the first quarter last week. You don't want to be playing catch-up against a team like this and find yourselves in a shootout.
You mentioned Ramon Ruiz, who had over 100 yards last game. Najee Cox was the receiver that had over 100 yards in their first game, so they kind of vary it, and that makes it tougher for the Beavers to cover. And just a little bit deeper on that, Jordan, the best thing you do against a team that's passing the ball well is you put pressure on the quarterback. Last week, it seemed like the Beavers did that early, but in the second half, they didn't get the same push from their defensive line.
No, they didn't quite get the same push, and, that's always been the strength of the Beavers these last couple of years, has been the offensive line. And I know they lost a lot of talent last year, moving on to other Division I schools, and a lot of that talent's going to be playing in big games today. But, they do have other guys that can make a big impact. I mean, we saw Garrett Risley last week come out with a big sack. He had a few big plays. John Correa had some big plays. Malachi Red had some big plays. So, we need that defensive front to be playing another great game today, getting pressure on that quarterback all day, because the best thing you can do to a quarterback is make him uncomfortable in the pocket, and I think that's one of the keys to victory for the Beavers today.
Yeah, and like they said, the old saying, you got to play all 60 minutes, so they definitely are going to have to play all 60 minutes against this Fresno City offense. And let's turn the tables a little bit. Last week, Jed Harris, 17 of 35 for about 180 yards, but he had a couple of passes dropped last week, and that's my concern for the Beavers offense, or something to look at. His numbers would have been a lot better. There were a couple of plays that looked like the connection wasn't quite there, but there were a couple that were definitely off the receiver's hands, including the game-winning interception return by Saphir Stills Bay of Diablo Valley, and the tying play in the end zone. The Beavers on the last play of the game had an open receiver, bounced off the receiver, and was intercepted by the Vikings. So the Beavers, and this isn't something that really is kind of getting used to each other kind of thing. It's just they got to hold on to the ball.
Yeah, definitely. They have to hold on. Chalk it up to first game jitters, whatever you want it to be, or home opener jitters, I guess we can call it. But Harris had maybe a couple throws that he missed, but for the most part, he was getting the ball where he needed to be. And Harris was another one that he was under pressure a lot in this game. And I know the running game took a little bit to get going. So, it kind of made the offense, it felt like one-dimensional in certain points. So I think the big thing for the Beavers is that passing game is going to click at some point. When you have a new starter like Harris, you need to kind of give him some time to get acclimated with his receivers. And I think the biggest way the Beavers can help with that is the run game. But, if I'm the Beavers, I'm looking at Harris's performance last week going, he did enough for you guys to win that game. And he played well enough to where I don't think he was the problem in that one, and I expect Harris to just get better and better as the season goes on, as we've seen with a lot of quarterbacks here.
Yeah, you think, Amari Baker and Jaden Anderson are your wideouts, and he used both of those extensively. Also, a couple of different tight ends at getting targets. So, yeah, it looks like they have a varied enough pass game, but you mentioned it a minute ago, Jordan. We have 2 guys who are getting the bulk of the carries. Now, last year, we had 4 or 5 guys who got the carries for the Beavers. We called them the Fab Four in the backfield. This year, Elias Brown and TQ Wallace are the 2 guys that are getting almost all of the carries. So it's just those 2 guys, one of them Thunder, one of them Lightning, basically. Elias Brown, 269 yards in the 2 games, and he had an 81-yard run last week. And even if you take that one out, he's averaging about 90 yards a game. So he has been very impressive, and so is TQ Wallace. And they really, I think, the Beavers have to hold on to the ball against the Fresno City offense like this, and I think they're going to be key to doing that.
Yeah, definitely. And, one high spot for the Beavers this season has been the rushing attack. I mean, they're averaging 187 rushing yards per game. Right now, they're 4th in the state with 5.6 yards per carry. So this is a team that likes to run the ball, and they're going to run the ball as much as they can. I know the backfield took a little bit of a hit because of Crawford getting hurt. But, this one starts with Elias Brown, TQ Wallace. They need to set the tone in this one and help open up that offense for Harris.
It's going to be a tremendous game. We got American River College against Fresno City College. We got the kickoff coming up right after this short break on the Stones Broadcast Networks.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise so you can have peace of mind. Contact us to schedule your service today.
American River College is a top-tier community college sports program that provides student athletes with the opportunity to thrive both athletically and academically. ARC Athletics is currently ranked 5th in the state and 2nd in Northern California. With over 19 sports programs, our athletes compete with the region's best athletes. Our diverse and dedicated coaching staff helps athletes develop the skills necessary to compete at the next level. Start your community college athletics journey with us. American River College, Sacramento's best athletic program. Go Beavers.
Hi, I'm Monica from Ace Body Shop in Towing. We are a family-oriented business. We've been in business for over 30 years. We are located downtown Lincoln at 333 Lincoln Boulevard in Lincoln, California. We do automotive repair and 24-hour towing. Our phone number is 916-645-2859, or you can find us on the web.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise, from minor carpentry to drywall, electrical and flooring for property managers, landlords, and renters alike. We ensure that every job is completed to the highest standards, so you can have peace of mind. Contact us today to discover how Jeffers Resource Group can help keep your home in top shape.
Got dragged there, and I didn't. He's an actor. Oh crap! Who cares?
You got the rest of your life to be, serious. But
just tweet it out and then don't
And
really
then
respond.
run away.
Yeah.
No, I think it happens to some of us. Maybe it sounds a little personal to you, but
I didn't want me.
yeah,
to
I don't
sound
know.
that
It just
way.
maybe
I-
sounds like that. 'Cause I know
Generally,
Fine.
again, you're a very bright guy. You
Yeah.
see right into
Right
my
through
soul,
you.
my friend. That's why I have a soul.
Welcome to another American River College Athletics broadcast, coming to you live from Beaver Stadium on the beautiful campus of American River College in Sacramento, California. It's almost time for Beavers football. Today's game is sponsored by United Rentals, Ace Body and Towing, the Lincoln Potters Baseball Club, Grateful Bread, Super Taco, and Taylor Builders. To get you ready for today's matchup, let's send it up to the booth, to the legend, Mark the Phantom Lowe, to bring you all of today's action. It's Beaver football, and it starts now.
Welcome back to Beaver Stadium on the campus of American River College. Mark the Phantom Lowe here with you. Jordan Georgeson to my right, and it looks like, Jordan, that the Fresno City College Rams will be receiving to start this game. They have number 11, that is Ramon Ruiz, and number 32, Jordan Colbert, back to receive the kick from the Beavers. Cameron Smith does the kicking for the American River College Beavers, so they will kick it off here. The Rams going from our left to our right. And they, as you pointed out, Jordan, they've been getting out of the gates pretty fast in both of their games, putting double-digit points up on the board early. So this is a critical, maybe even more important than usual, first possession.
Oh, definitely. I think this is one of those possessions that really sets the tone for both teams in this game. High-powered offenses, strong defenses. If you're the Beavers, you don't want to get behind early and play catch-up.
Smith approaching the ball, and we are just about ready to get going. Sends it down deep. It's going to be caught in the end zone. Now it's over the head of Ruiz, the wide receiver, number 11, and that will be a touchback, and the Beavers will go out on defense. And the Rams will start us off. We will see which of their quarterbacks. Ryan Markarian is the sophomore. He has completed 15 of 22, 192 yards and 4 touchdowns. Yajay Vance is the freshman. He is 17 for 22, 267 yards and 2 touchdowns and 1 interception. So we'll see which one. It looks like number 8, perhaps Markarian. Will start us off. Let's check it out. Yes, it is Ryan Markarian with the running back. That will be number 2, Amarian Gaines-Smith. Has had 21 carries for the Rams. First down, 25-yard line. Handoff is to Gaines-Smith. He is going to get just about a yard or two, so good stop by the defense. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Yeah, it looked like that was Jonathan Correa, and on tackle, freshman out of Rockland. Had a big start to the season so far for the Beavers. Been one of the top D linemen for them.
Yeah, one of the couple of names you mentioned in the pregame, talking about guys we're looking to stand out for the Beavers. 2nd down, it'll be 8 yards to go. Ball in the 27. 2 receivers to the right, 1 split out to the left for the Rams. Markarian in the shotgun with Gaines-Smith behind him. High snap. It actually goes to Gaines-Smith. He's going to have to try to go around right side. He is stopped at the 26, and it'll be no gain. And really, no gain, Jordan, but Fresno City kind of lucky to get that one back.
Yeah, lucky there. Heads-up play by Gaines-Smith, who I remember had a pretty good game last year when he was here. Trevon Robinson there on the tackle for the Beavers. He was the leading tackler last week with 8.
Ends up being a gain of almost a yard as the ball went off Markarian's right hand, and Smith happened to be right there and got it back to the 28-yard line. So a big 3rd down early. Jordan, 3rd down and 7 to go. Markarian is in the shotgun. He's got 2 out to the right. Travis Sherwood is one of them. And they're going to be a jump by the Beavers. They went for the clap. The flag is turned. They're going to go deep on that one. Tilford is back there, though, defensively, and it will be incomplete, but the Rams should get another play.
Yeah, they're going to get another one here. It looks like Correa was the one that jumped early there. And heads-up play by Markarian, taking the deep ball when he had a free play there. It looked like he was kind of more trying to get the PI call rather than get the completion on that.
Well, he figured there was there's no dark side on that one, because if incomplete, we're still going to get another play. And if for somehow he comes up with the catch, then we get the gain. So well done by the Rams. They got the Beavers a little bit too anxious on that 3rd and 7. They knew how important it was. That'll be marked off for 5 yards. It'll get them to almost the 33-yard line. Set up a 3rd down and 2 yards to go. They've got to get to the 35 for a 1st down. They've had the one run by Gaines-Smith and the recovery by Gaines-Smith that he turned into a yard gain. So then the penalty on the Beavers. 3rd and 2, ball in the 33. 1 wide out to the left. In motion goes the tight end to reset on the left side. Turn around, hand off to Gaines-Smith. He is going to get almost to the 35. I think he did get to the 35. Let's see. No, looks like they'll mark him short, Jordan. The referee from the far side coming in short of the 35.
Yeah, it looks like they stuffed him, and I believe leading the charge on that was Edgar Montez, the freshman linebacker out of Sheldon High School. He was pumped up, and looks like the offense is going to stay out there. We'll see if this is a getting them to jump type of thing, or if this is going to run a play.
I wouldn't be surprised if they run this. I mean, you got a guys that they've scored 77 points in 2 games. I wouldn't be surprised if they go with this one. In the shotgun, they fake it. It's going to be Gaines-Smith. He'll get 2 yards. Markarian imitated jumping up and catching the ball. The snap was straight to Gaines-Smith, and he makes 3, and it's a 1st down.
Yeah, and I think that first one we saw was not how they drew it up. I'm going to go and say that one might have been how they chopped that one up.
Yeah, he jumped up there. Kind of probably more successful because they had that one that they already done. So 1st down, ball in the 37. Penalty critical against the Beavers in that series, or in that set of downs. Shotgun formation again. There's a fake hand up. He's got it around the right side as Markarian. He is closed in right away and dropped for no gain. It'll set up a 2nd and 10.
Great pursuit there by Antonio Williams. Another sophomore DB, Elk Grove product out of Monterey Trail High School. Read that option right away, and even though he didn't get the solo tackle, held him up enough for the help to come and stuff that play.
Yeah, you thought you were going to see that counter play sooner or later with Gaines-Smith being the focus of the offense. As we mentioned, he has 24 touches coming in, 21 rushes, and 3 receptions. So he's been a focal part of their offense for the first 2 games. 2nd down, 10 yards to go, ball on the 37. Markarian, the sophomore, is in the shotgun with Gaines-Smith to his left. He's got 2 receivers out to the left. Montez gets a jump. He's in there on him, grabs him around the neck. He gets away, and he's down inside the 25-yard line. Montez with the play, Jordan. It looked like he might have been lucky to get out of there without a call.
Yeah, I think it looked like got him neck, maybe bottom of the face mask, top of the collar. Markarian wanted a call, but I think part of it is because it looked like Montez maybe released right away.
Yeah, he really did.
Nothing intentional. I think the ref kind of said, hey, look, I'm not going to throw the flag on that, which I can appreciate.
Yeah, he also got a pretty good jump on the line of scrimmage on the snap. And so a really good play by Edgar Montez. The freshman, 3rd down, 16 yards to go. Yaje Vance has come in to take over in the shotgun on 3rd and 16. The freshman, he is back to pass. He's going to throw a drag right across the middle, and it's dropped, but we're going to have a penalty on the play.
I think Vance came in on that one because Markarian's helmet came off, so he has to sit out one play.
And again, this is another 3rd down. Last time the 3rd down penalty was against the Beavers for offsides. This one we're going to have a legal procedure against the Rams. That will be declined, which will bring up a 4th and 16 to go from the 31-yard line.
And it looks like that was a late procedural penalty. I mean, it feels like those flags usually come in before the ball is snapped, but if you're the Beavers now, hey, you actually almost have them backed up further than they were when they converted that 4th down.
Montez with the big play on that one as he anticipated the snap and got in there and got that sack. And that obviously kind of the monkey wrench in the plans for the Rams there. And they're going to go out. Let's see who they got as their punter. Usually is Dean Scribner, number 46. And they're got one guy. They're light on their kicking special teams. Going to get the whistle. We might get either a timeout or a delay. It's going to be a delay of game, which is going to push the Rams back 5 more, and they'll be on their 26-yard line. Scribner averages about 32.5 yards a punt. Single receiver for the Beavers.
Looks like Isaiah Bickham.
Bickham is the usual. That's a very high punt. He's going to get a fair catch about the 38. So a good punt by Scribner. That's 36 yards, but no return. And the Beavers, Jordan, I think you got to give them an A on that series.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'd say B+. We did have the one penalty
that
hurt them, so it's not a 3 and out. But, I mean, if you're Coach O, you probably couldn't have drawn up much of a better start there. And now you're starting in good field position right here for an offense that struggled in that second half. So, hey, I say let's turn them loose, see what they can do here.
Looks like Jed Harris is coming out, quarterback number 0. That's Elias Brown, the leading rusher, the sophomore out of Rockland High School, 6 foot, 232 pounds. He is the back behind Jed Harris. And I believe last week, Jordan, I think it was TQ Wallace who started out in the backfield. And this time it is Elias Brown.
I think we saw Wallace do the first 2 or 3 series last week.
Landon Richardson, number 89, came in late there. Harris is going to pass right away. He's looking for Brown. He is cut off, and Harris is going to try to dodge around. He'll be knocked down back at the 34-yard line.
That looked like a whole group of Rams that was coming in on that. I believe it was Eli Lafili that had the sack in the end, but that was kind of a coverage sack mixed with like a whole defensive line sack right there. Just good defense there all around by Fresno.
Well, Harris looked like he wanted to get it to Brown, but there wasn't a lot of spacing there. So if he would have thrown the pass, it would have been about 3 yards in the air, and it wasn't going to get Elias around the corner. Brings up a 2nd down. It'll be about 14 yards to go. Ball in the 34. Turn around and hand off straight up the middle. A gain of about 2, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and long.
Now, this is not what you wanted if you're the Beavers. Now you're sitting here behind the sticks early in this one. Brown looks like he's hobbling up gingerly, and it looks like we're going to get number 8.
Akil Sohan out of Grant is coming on the field.
First time we've seen him this season.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, looks like there's a little bit of confusion over personnel for the Beavers as Harris looks over to the side. He's got Sohan behind him in the backfield. 6'2", 210 pounds, so good size on the running back out of Grant. 3rd and 12. Rams jump, but no snap. Harris back again. He's going to swing it out in the flat. Number 13, that is Luis Torres. who made the catch and made a short gain, but it's going to leave the Beavers about 6 yards short of the first down.
Yeah, I think that was maybe a play call of, hey, let a guy like Torres, kind of shifty, see what he can do in the open field and, take the punt, try to pin him deep here. If you're the Beavers, hey, B+ on that first defensive drive, but I don't think Coach O loves what he saw of the offense there.
Yeah, we saw Sohan, we saw Luis Torres. We did not see TQ Wallace on that exchange. Here's the punt coming up by Landon Richardson. Off the side of his foot, hits at the 36. It'll roll dead at about the 38, where it's covered by the Beavers special teams. And a little exchange of punts there. Rams kind of getting the advantage. 9:11 to go first quarter, no score. First impressions on both sides, Jordan.
Both defenses came to play. I mean, if you were wondering if AR had any questions or was harboring any bad energy from last week's game, you could see the way the sideline is when the defense is out there. These guys are fired up, but Fresno came out and punched right back on the defensive side.
Let's see if we've got McCarrion back. I think we do. I think you were right, Jordan. He left because of the helmet situation in the first series. He is back out there. Marion Gaines-Smith is the running back. They've got 3 wide receivers out to the right. McCarrion has not tried to pass yet. Got some motion going on, and he will fake it. He's going to dish it out to the right side. Number 6 with the reception gets around the corner and is knocked out at the 38-yard line, and a good hit delivered by the Beavers right there for no gain.
And that was Ken Tilford coming in, laying the lumber on that hit, and that's the type of hit that fires the defense up right there. Great play, and we said it in the first game, the Beavers' pursuit defensively is on point right now.
I think that was Travis Surwet, the sophomore wide receiver, cut out of the backfield, and good job by the Beavers for their pursuit. Second down, 10 yards to go, ball on the 38-yard line. It's a handoff to Gaines-Smith. He dodges a couple, but he'll be knocked down after a gain of 3 at the 41 and set it up a medium-long third down, Jordan.
And that was Robinson there, I think, leading the charge on that tackle. And again, another case of, good pursuit by the Beavers. I know Gaines-Smith shook a few tacklers off there, but just a swarm of guys coming in, and it's hard to run when you're going up against Beaver Dam.
Impressive looking running back. At third down now, 8 yards to go. They've got to get more like 7 yards to go. They've got to get to the 48-yard line. Markarian in the gun. He's got a couple out to the left side. Has him in at the 43, closed down, but he will get the first down, knocked out at about the 50-yard line.
The good route there by Surwit on that one, just got enough and moved the chains for the Rams, methodically driving down the field.
Yeah, I think they cleared that one out pretty well, and they tried the one route over the middle. That was a little congested, and then they did the short one out the right side. That one they kind of cleared everybody out, and Surwit was open for the 8-yard gain. Call it 9 as the ball is at the 50-yard line, 1st and 10, 7:35 to go first quarter here. Beavers and the Rams. Beavers 1-1, Rams 2-0. Markarian, the sophomore, turns. He hands it off. New running back in there. He's got some room, and around the left side, that was Ashton Shalabian, number 21, who's been a workhorse, 12 carries, 95 yards on the season, and Jordan, he got about 8 on that one.
Yeah, he had 72 yards and a touchdown last week for the Beavers picking up right where he left off with that carry.
Labian, 12 carries, we said 95 yards, a touchdown. He's also had a reception for a touchdown in the first 2 games for the Rams. They put up 77 points in those 2 wins. Second down about 2. Ball on the 42. Straight handoff right up the middle. Room down to the 36, right at the 36. That's Gaines-Smith again, and a good play on second down, giving them another first.
And this is what we see from Fresno. They came into this with 201 rushing yards per game, 8th in the state. And right now, they're just pounding this Beavers defense, and this option is working for them.
Yeah, they set themselves up well with that good first down play, so easily converting the second down. 1st and 10, ball on the 37. 6:20 to go, first quarter, no score. Gaines-Smith to the right of Markarian. Looks right, comes back left. He's got a guy streaking down the sideline. It's going to be a little overthrown and incomplete. Looking for an interference call, the receiver, but no such luck, and it'll be a second down.
Yeah, it looked like he was looking for Noe Felix on that one, the freshman wide receiver. Felix wanted the flag, but think a lot of the contact was one a little incidental from both of them, and then throw I just think was an uncatchable ball.
Markarian looked like he was looking to the right to try to look the defense off, and his idea was always to come back to the left side, but good defense by the Beavers sets up a 2nd and 10. And you wondered when they were going to try to air it out a little bit, and now at the 42-yard line. Kane Smith up the middle. Hit well at the 32 and knocked down. He gets down to the 31, Jordan, which is going to set up probably a manageable 3rd down and 5.
Good job by safety Jared Quenga coming up there in run support. He had 7 tackles for the Beavers last week, 2nd on the team. First time we called his name today.
Let's make it closer to 4. And now it's, if you're Fresno, you're in a good situation because you can go with the short pass, or you can run the ball. They've been pretty successful on the run. They do have 2 to the left and 2 to the right. We're going to get a whistle, and maybe we're going to get a timeout. Yes, we will. Fresno City's going to call a timeout. 4:49 to go here in the first quarter. It's American River nothing and Fresno City nothing.
Hi, I'm Monica from Ace Body Shop in Telling. We are a family-oriented business. We've been in business for over 30 years. We are located downtown Lincoln at 333 Lincoln Boulevard in Lincoln, California. We do automotive repair and 24-hour towing. Our phone number is 916-645-2859, or you can find us on the web.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise, from minor carpentry to drywall, electrical and flooring for property managers, landlords, and renters alike. We ensure that every job is completed to the highest standards, so you can have peace of mind. Contact us today to discover.
Welcome back to Beaver Stadium. Mark the Phantom Low, Jordan Georgeson here. It's a big 3rd down, 5 yards to go. Ball in the 31-yard line. Teams traded possessions, and the Beavers started out at their own 38, and they have gotten down to the 31 of the Rams started at the 38 and got down to the 31 of the Beavers.
Looks like we have Quenga coming off the field, maybe a helmet malfunction.
He's going to be replaced by Brent Green, the freshman out of Dixon, number 35. So 3rd down. Markarian, he's got Shalabian, looks like is the running back, and now we're going to get another timeout, it looks like. And this time it's going to be American River. And Jordan, I've noticed we saw this early in their first series offensively, and now defensively, the Beavers moving people around, kind of a little confusion out there.
Yeah, trying to get maybe some different looks. And I know one thing that's tough is we haven't seen the team's leader right now, Diallo Washington, the linebacker, who was such a big part in the first 3 quarters of that game
last
against
week.
Diablo Valley. Haven't seen him yet. We did see him go down with an injury, and I think they're kind of maybe trying some new packages and seeing, Coach O might be calling to this team right now saying who's going to step up as a leader on the defensive side of the ball in his absence.
Yeah, we mentioned that, both teams, their first possessions kind of got stalled. Now the Beavers have run this when they got a really good field position on the exchange of punts, and they've put together a couple of first downs here and kind of have Gain Smith is running really impressively between the tackles, and they completed the one pass they really needed to, so they kind of have a couple of different ways to go here on this 3rd down, and maybe, as you say, Coach O calling his team over and, trying to get him ready for this. And we saw the late substitution there with the defensive back, and so just want to make sure that nobody makes a big mistake, and misses an assignment and causes the big play. So we're coming back. The Rams coming back. Shalabian is back in the running back spot.
449, guys, 449.
Markarian, 4:49 to go first quarter. We've seen Gain Smith. We've seen Ashton Shalabian. We've got 2 flanked out to the right, same to the left for Markarian. He's thrown for 192, now 200 yards on the season. He's going to try the middle. He's got a man at the 21. He hits him and immediately tackled, but that will be a first down to number 11, Ramon Ruiz.
Yeah, and that was probably the perfect play for the Rams right there. I mean, good throw by Markarian. He stood there tall in the face of pressure, finds Ruiz, gets a first down. I think that medium pass was kind of what they were looking for. Still left them in a position where they could go for it if they needed to on fourth down, but instead moving the chains.
Yeah, they moved the chains, and there's something you talked about pressure. There wasn't a lot of pressure on Markarian. I think if he's going to have that much time to throw, then Ruiz has time to run the pattern he needs to run, and that's going to be trouble for the Beavers' defense. So not only we talked to the defensive backs, the linebackers, but as we mentioned before the game, that defensive line has to get some pressure.
Yeah, definitely. And what impressed me, though, with Markarian on that is him standing there when the Beavers finally got two guys in the backfield. I mean, he took a hit on that and still delivered a very good ball to Ruiz. And again, if you're Fresno, you're feeling good about the way you're moving the ball down the field on this drive. And if you're ARC, that's now, I believe, third down that they've converted. So if I'm Coach O, I'm looking at them going, who's going to step up, make a play, and get us off the field on third down?
We've seen Gain Smith, Shalabrian, Ramon Ruiz. Like I mentioned, a couple of different names for the Rams who sparkled offensively or made offensive plays already. And we noticed that looking at they have 3 guys, they have 6 touchdowns to 5 different receivers over the first 2 games. So they spread it around. They've got the 2 running backs we've seen, but also Jordan Colbert has also run for almost 100 yards, and Andrew Chavez we haven't seen, who's got a lot of carries in the first 2 games. So they have depth at their offensive skill positions. And now Markarian still running the show here with Gain Smith behind him. First down, ball on the 20-yard line. We're going to get a penalty on the play already. Let's see. That'll be on the Rams, and so they'll be penalized for 5 yards. Set up a 1st and 15, ball on the 25. They kind of, Jordan, maybe shuffling too many players in themselves.
Yeah, I think so. But if you're Fresno City, that's got to sting a little bit. I mean, they had, coming off essentially a timeout with an injured player down there to come out with 12 men. That's going to hurt.
First down, 15 yards to go, ball in the 25. They're going to hand that one off. Good pursuit by the Beavers, and a nice tackle in the backfield for a big loss for the Fresno City College Rams.
That was a Monterey Trail defensive back, Brevin Amiga, right there. Made a few big plays in these first couple weeks for the Beavers. Another big one there, and now all of a sudden you're backed up big if you're Fresno. You got to be careful to not get backed up out of field goal territory.
Yeah, I thought he got him about the 30-31, but he's going to give him the 29-yard line. But still, second down, 19 yards to go. Ball on the 29. Gain Smith is back in. 2 to the left, 1 to the right for Fresno City. Hand off, Gain Smith up the middle. He is knocked down. He'll get down to about the 26. But, Jordan, this is going to bring up a 3rd and 16 yards to go for the Rams.
Yeah, Ike Kegbu there on the tackle. And I think at this point, if you're the Rams, I think the big thing is just don't do anything, turn the ball over. I expect to see something like a screen pass or maybe a way to get the ball to one of your shifty playmakers in the open field. Hope they can make a play, but just try to kick the field goal and, live to fight. Don't leave points off the board here.
Veltre Jefferson, number 33, is in as a receiver. Ruiz also in as a receiver. Jefferson with 3 catches for 30 yards and a touchdown. Andreas Spriggs split out wide to the right on 3rd down. Markarian's going to have time. He's going to look for Spriggs in the corner of the end zone, and well defended by the Beavers, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
And that was great coverage right there, mostly provided by Ken Tilford. It looks like we do have a flag.
Do have a flag on the play, and yeah, we had 2 defenders on that one. We're going to have roughing the passer, and again, this is the second time in this first quarter, Jordan. Penalties have reared up to really hurt the Beavers.
Yeah, and again, now you're just giving him another free, I believe roughing the passer is automatic first down too. So, again, another way you're finding a way to stay on the field on a 3rd down. You got the stop, and then a penalty like that hurts you.
Yeah, even if it's 15 yards, it'll get it down to the 11. Let's see if it's an automatic first down because the ball's going to be spotted. It looks like about the 13-yard line. So, yeah, we do see the sideline crew signaling first down. So great defense is negated by the penalty. Looks like Andrew Chavez is in, the running back. He is going to get the carry up the middle, and he's finding a hole, but nicely plugged up by the Beavers. It'll be a gain of about 2.
And Beaver defensive line making plays once again. That was number 90 on that stop. Diego Villarreal, the D lineman out of Folsom. His Bulldogs had a big win last night, and he's making big plays out here on Saturday.
So Chavez is going to come out. Shalabrian comes in as the running back. And now Markarian comes out. maybe just to go over and get the play call.
It's like
No, they're going to wildcat it with Shalabian is the running back, and behind him is Chavez. So Ashton Shalabian will get the snap from center. Chavez goes in motion. Shalabian just going to try to pick himself a hole. Gets over the 10. Gets into a big swarm right around the 6-yard line, and he is going to come down, which will set up a third down. So another different look by the Rams, Jordan.
And that was an interesting wildcat look, too, because I don't think I've ever seen a team line up in the wildcat and the pistol at the same time. And then, puts this guy in motion, and good little run there by Chalabian, kept those legs churning, and now you're again in third and manageable, and you have options of what you can do here.
And if you're the Beavers, you're sitting there hitting yourself, and then you go, he's not going to pass. I'm just going to bring all my guys in and try to plug the holes up. We had one guy, one of the interior linemen for the Rams kind of limping off the field. Remember, the Rams can get a first down at about the 3-yard line, so we're going to call it third down and about 3 yards to go. Markarian is back in with Gaines Smith to his left. Beavers are going to jump on the left side. Markarian, a quick pass. He's got a man left flat, and that is going to be an easy touchdown for Ramon Ruiz to put the first 6 points up on the board.
Now, we've seen the Rams do this a couple times now. When you get in those third and short, third and medium situations, getting your playmakers the ball in space and letting them make a play. They did a great job of that on that drive, and it ends in 6 points.
Yeah, Ramon Ruiz with his second touchdown of the season. The quick pass from Markarian. And again, Beavers having to cover a couple of different offensive looks and enabling the Rams to get the open receiver. Johnny Enriquez, who is only 3 for 9 on his extra points for the season, going to line one up here. The hold by Shalabian. Kick is up, looks pretty good, and it is good. So the Rams put 6 up on the board, add the 7th, and with 53 seconds to go, they lead at 7-0. And Jordan, an impressive drive by the Rams, but you got to feel like, again, if you're the Beavers, you got to feel like, hey, we had these guys stopped and we hurt ourselves.
Yeah, definitely. It's got to be a frustrating drive because with where they had them stopped to, this level of football, a field goal isn't a guarantee. With that, they had great defense, great coverage, and a roughing call gives a free first down and ends up bailing the Rams out. And, a couple times on third down, I believe that was the 5th third down conversion for the Rams on that. So Beavers moving forward have to find a way to get off the field because you're going to have an exhausted defense in the third quarter if you keep giving up third down conversions.
At least 2 of those conversions off of penalties. And I think maybe the fact they hadn't been able to get to Markarian adds to the frustration. Maybe that's why a guy's going to get there a little late and still go through with it. They haven't been able to get to him, and he is impressive when he is given time, as evidenced by the 7-yard touchdown to Ramon Ruiz. So Enriquez will do the kicking off here as we have a minute to go here in the first quarter. Rams up 7-0. Looks like Isaiah Bickham is back there. Also, TQ Wallace, back to receive. We have not seen him in an offensive play yet as Enriquez gets set to kick off. Kick is going to come up right about the goal line, picked up at about the 3. That is TQ Wallace. Cuts it back. Going to get to the 25. Pretty good run by Wallace. Gets a pretty decent field position just over the 25-yard line. And Jordan, what are you expecting to see from Jet Harris and the Beavers offense?
I think right now you're expecting to see something to where you want to establish that run a little earlier. I know they got a little fancy with that first one. Harris ended up getting brought down behind the line. You need to have forward progress. I mean, it feels like the Beavers only have had the ball for 3 plays in that first quarter so far. So they need to have some type of sustained success. Give your defense a little bit of a rest here.
Yeah, Elias Brown, good to see coming back in the game. He is the back behind Jet Harris. Gavin Correa in the tight end. He has been a target for Harris. 5 catches on the season so far, the freshman. Beavers are going to quick toss it out here to the left side. The catch is made. About a 5-yard gain to number 17, Victor Noble. So we're seeing a lot of new faces here, Jordan.
Yeah, a couple new guys mixing in. I don't know how much of that is maybe Coach O trying to see what works, what doesn't, or maybe there were guys stepping up in practice and have earned these starting spots. But it's interesting to see how these new contributors are going to be.
So on the 29-yard line, gain of 4, make it 2nd and 6. Handoff can run the left side, 30. That is Brown. He's going to get all the way up to the 36, 37-yard line, which should be the last play here of the first quarter, and that's probably the best offensive play, Jordan, they've had.
Yeah, definitely. Brown, good job finding a read, finding his hole, making that cut, moving the chains for the Beavers. And I know the clock stops as they move the chains. It'll be interesting to see if they try to run another play here or if they just let this run out.
Gain of about 9 for Brown on that one. He comes in with 269 yards on the ground. Harris in the shotgun. And the Beavers are going to let it run down, and that will be the end of the first quarter. So 15 minutes in the books here from Beaver Stadium. It's Fresno City 7 and America River nothing. We're back at the second quarter after this short break.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise so you can have peace of mind. Contact us to schedule your service today.
American River College is a top-tier community college sports program that provides student athletes with the opportunity to thrive both athletically and academically. ARC Athletics is currently ranked 5th in the state and 2nd in Northern California. With over 19 sports programs, our athletes compete with the region's best athletes. Our diverse and dedicated coaching staff helps athletes develop the skills necessary to compete at the next level. Start your community college athletics journey with us. American River College, Sacramento's best athletic program. Go Beavers.
Back at Beaver Stadium, second quarter action between Fresno City and America River. Rams lead at 7-0. Mark DeFenimo here with Jordan Georgeson. And Jordan, I think the bad news is the Beavers had unofficially about 17 yards total in that first quarter. The good news is they got 9 of them on the last play of the quarter, so things are looking up.
Yeah, it's hard to gain yards when you don't really have the ball. I mean, the Beavers might have had
Well
the ball
put.
for a minute total in that first quarter. So
1st and 10, ball on the 38-yard line of the Beavers. Jet Harris is your quarterback out of Dixon High School. Going to hand it to Brown, trying the left side. Good pursuit by the Rams, and I think Elias is going to end up losing a yard.
yeah, and it looked like leading the charge on that for the Rams was number 15, Jordan Black, freshman defensive back. And like you said, good pursuit there. Didn't really have a hole, tried to bounce it outside, and nothing there either.
Beavers going to have to try to stretch it out a little bit, stretch the field a little bit. We've seen some new players for the Beavers. Victor Noble has had a catch already today. We've also seen Luis Torres out there as a wide receiver for the Beavers. I have not seen Amari Baker, as far as I can tell, on the field yet. And Jaden Anderson, number 7, who's been the leading receiver, one of the leading receivers already. Harris looking deep. He's got a man over here. The catch is right off the hands of number 17, Victor Noble, incomplete. And Jordan, the Beavers tried to go for all of it in one fell swoop there.
Yeah, they were going for it, and it looked like the throw was there. Keon Kyles kind of timed that hit enough that I think it kind of just threw off Noble a little bit. But kudos to the Beavers for taking that deep shot. And, the play was there. There was separation. Everything worked right. Just got to complete the catch.
Yeah, armchair quarterback, I'd say maybe don't put as much air underneath that one. I think your Noble had a step on his defender. Maybe you try to put it a little straighter shot and give him a chance to run underneath it. But that's, like I say, second guessing. Third down, 12 yards to go, ball in the 36. Good protection by the Beavers that last one, but it looks like the Rams are going to come with something, and we might have a delay of game on ARC. Let's see. Yes, it is. So the Beavers, you don't want to get, you got 3rd and 12, you don't want to make it 3rd and 17, and that's just what they're going to do.
We saw this in the last drive, too. The Beavers got behind the sticks early, and it's hard to run your offense the way you want to run it when you're working backwards. And it feels like right now just self-inflicted wounds are keeping the bleeding going.
Jaden Anderson, we do see Jaden, number 7, on there along with Victor Noble. Dylan Fear, the tight end out of Lincoln High, is also on the field on a 3rd and 17, ball on the 31-yard line. Rams showing pressure. They bring it extra, and a wide throw to Anderson. He makes the catch, knocked down right at the 35-yard line. And Jordan, that ball was in the air a long time.
Yeah, that was, and that allowed Trey Carr to come up and make a play. And, we talked about giving the ball to your receivers and give them in position where they can make something happen after the catch. When it hangs like that, it's hard to do that when you're getting hit right when you catch it.
Gain of 5 for Anderson brings up 4th down. And about 12 yards to go. Travis Sherwood is going to be back for the Rams. Landon Richardson, the punter, puts that one high up in the air. Sherwood's going to make the catch at the 29, and that'll be first down at the 29 for Fresno City. And if you're the Rams, you feel pretty good coming out for your second possession. Well, your last possession was very successful. If you're the Beavers, you come out here going, we got something to prove.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, if you're the Rams, you just marched 7 minutes off that clock on the way to putting 7 points up on the board, and there's no reason to think you can't do it again. I think if you're Coach O, you're kind of calling to them a little bit right now, saying, hey, again, like I've said a few times, who's going to step up, who's going to make a play and set this tone defensively and kind of flip the momentum of this, because right now it's on Fresno's side.
36 yards on the punt by Richardson. First down. Let's see, I think we've got Yajay Vance in there. Number 10, the freshman. He's going to move his players around here. He's got Marion Gaines-Smith behind him. Couple of fakes, and he's under pressure, and he'll be dropped back at the 20-yard line by the Beavers.
And that was Risley and Correa right there doing a little celebration. Looked like the Bash brothers from the Mighty Ducks after that one. Good pressure there by the Beavers, and that's exactly what you wanted. That's exactly what they've been missing so far in this game.
Vance is just his second snap of the game. They tried a little bit extra, a couple of double fake. They had a guy in motion. They tried to fake it to Smith, get it back to the guy who was in motion, but Risley right in there. And as you've mentioned his name a bunch of times already this season, Jordan, he has excelled on defense, just what the Beavers need. The big play to get behind the sticks. 2nd and 18 now. Ball on the 20-yard line. Vance is going to go straight back. Under pressure again, and he's going to be buried again, and that's Garrett Risley doing it again.
And, man, that Risley right now, just whatever matchup he has, it's working. You got to keep attacking that. And now if you're the Beavers, you have him march back far. The important thing here is don't get overly aggressive. Don't give up a first down right here.
Going to mark the ball. They're going to give him to the 11-yard line. I thought he was. Now Risley did spin around a little bit, but I thought it was a little bit further back. But the ball on the 11-yard line. They've got to get to the 38, so 27 yards to go. And the Beavers again. They've had third downs. They've shot themselves in the foot. Great plays by Risley right there, and great job by the secondary as well on those first 2 plays. So third down. Rams are just going to fake the run. Vance is taken off. He's under pressure again. He's going to be dropped at the 8-yard line. So talk about a great defensive series, Jordan. I think we've just seen one.
Yeah, definitely. That's exactly what you need if you're the Beavers. Set the tone right there. And who's going to step up? The defensive line. I believe that was Ike Kegbu that led the pressure there. Ends up chasing Vance over into Correa. So Correa, Risley, Kegbu, I mean, that whole D-line stepped up huge right there. And now you have a position with a good punt return here to start this drive in plus territory.
Dean Scribner, the punter for the Rams, he is back in his own end zone. And if you're the Beavers, you want to do everything right and not any penalties on this play. Scribner's going to get rid of it. Punt about the 43, picked off by Bingham, and a nice cover by Fresno City. That is number 52, Nate Reinhold. The freshman comes down, but still, Jordan, I mean, that's a success on any measure for the Beavers.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's a perfect drive that you needed defensively. I think if you told most college coaches and said, hey, that's a defensive drive, I think you'd say, yeah, that's a perfect defensive series right there for my defense.
And it seemed that with the new quarterback, Fresno tried to open it up a little bit, air it out a little bit, but they couldn't keep him off Vance, and the freshman felt the pressure and never really got one away. So now the Beavers have to capitalize. First down ball on the 42, 11:05 to go in the half. Jet Harris, the quarterback, he's got a wide receiver out to the left, one to the short side. Comes back, looks down. He's got Noble, but he overthrows him at the 23, brings up a second down.
Yeah, a little bit of a high throw there for Noble. The play was there, and that's another case, mixing in a new receiver. Maybe they're going to take a little bit of time getting used to each other. We'll see how that connection grows throughout this one.
The other side of that is you've had Noble a couple of times, and from what I can see, he's been open. When they've looked to him, they just have to get him the ball, so that's a good sign. Jaden Anderson is split out to the left, Noble back to the right. Beavers tried the pass on first down. It's unsuccessful, so 2nd and 10. 11:02 to go, first half. Gavin Correa, the tight end, the handoff's going to go right up the middle. Is that Wallace in there for his first carry? No, that is actually number 8. That's Akil Sohan. He gets the carry, and he takes it about 8 yards up the middle. Make that 7 yards up the middle, brings up a 3rd and 3.
Sohan wants that ball again. You see him prancing around back there?
He said, give it back.
Yeah. Hey, why not give it to him? I mean, he's averaging 7 yards a carry now on his season.
Absolutely, and it's really amazing at the number of new people, new faces we're seeing in just this second week of doing the broadcast here in game number 3. So it brings up a huge 3rd down, 3 yards to go, ball on the 35. They got a penalty on the play. Sohan's going to be stopped before he gets to the first down, and let's see what the flag is. If it's on the Beavers, obviously it will be taken by the Rams, and if it's not, we're going to set up a 4th and about 2 situation.
It looks like these claps, looks like someone might have lined up offside.
It's going to be offsides, and that's going to be a gift first down. And if you're a karma guy, Jordan, you go, well, we gave them a couple early. They're giving us one back.
Yeah, I think right now if you're the Beavers, you have to capitalize on this, and I think you need to capitalize with 7. You just got a freebie right there. Don't let that freebie go to waste.
Nick Ekaterinas in as a wide receiver, number 19 out of Oak Ridge. So a lot of new faces. Elias Brown is back in the backfield with Jed Harris. Beavers with both of their wide receivers split to the left, and they're going to hand it to Brown. Tries to get outside the right, and good gang tackling by the Rams, and he's going to be held to, at best, no game, and at worst, a loss of 1.
Yeah, and that one looks like it was led by LaFeely for the Rams once again. Also number 15 in on the tackle. That is Jordan Black there. So good pursuit. And again, not a lot of room for Brown to run. No hole and nothing outside.
So they're going to put it back on the 31-yard line. No gain. We've heard Jordan Black a couple of times already. The defensive back for the Rams brings up 2nd and 10. Ekaterinas to the right side. Anderson to the left side. 9:13 to go first half. Dodging out of there under pressure, but dropped is Harris back at the 33-yard line.
Yeah, and it looked like Harris was going to escape there, but that was Levi Little getting his paws on him, bringing him down, and good thing he did too, because there was nothing but green for Harris in front of him. That could have been scramble for first down or at least close to it.
Yeah, Levi, the sophomore defensive lineman, makes it 3rd down and about 13 yards to go. And Noble is back in along with Jaden Anderson. You're right, Jordan. I think if he dodges by Levi Little, he's got himself a lot of green right there to come to. 8:25 and counting first half. 7-0 Fresno. Harris has a man. He's going to hit Anderson. Anderson has it at the 28, gets down to the 26. That's going to leave him about 6 yards short of a first down. And here comes number 41, Cameron Smith, and let's see if the Beavers are going to try a pretty long-looking field goal. It'll be about 42, 43 yards.
Yeah, and we've seen Smith hit something like this in high school before. That was Trey Carr on the tackle there for the Rams. Good coverage by him, and we'll see if Smith can get the Beavers on the board and at least salvage something out of this.
Be closer to a 44-yard kick for Cameron Smith. He's 8 for 8 on extra points. I don't believe he's tried a field goal yet this season. Snap is down, ball is down, he puts it in, and it inches its way in for the field goal. 44-yard field goal by Cameron Smith. And Jordan, important to get points there after that great defensive stand, and you come back and you get 3.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think that had everyone on this side of the field holding their breath as that ball was in the air, because couldn't really tell if it was going to be in or not, but you salvaged 3 points out of it. I know it's probably disappointing when you got the free first down, when you had that field possession, but again, it's important that you got yourselves on the board, and now go let your defense do what it just did on that last drive.
You know, if you remember, our first game that we did here was won by the Beavers against Sac City a couple years ago on I think it was a 49-yard field goal that I swear was going to go about 35 yards and just kept on going and kept on going. So always reserve judgment on those kicks. 7:38 to go, first half. Beavers up on the board. Jordan, 7-3, is that the score you expected to see midway through the second quarter?
You know, it's kind of tough to tell. I would say probably similar-ish. I mean, we saw the Rams drive down the field the way they did. We've seen this high-powered offense move, but the Beavers have been able to contain them a little bit. I think the big thing is just how you're going to contain it now, because it feels like the Rams have this way of bursting games wide open.
Yeah.
So I don't want to necessarily say I expected it, but I think you'll take it if you're the Beavers.
Interesting to see who's going to be the quarterback and what is the approach they're going to have. But right now it's Ramon Ruiz and Jordan Colbert back to receive the kickoff from Cameron Smith. That's going to be right about the goal line at the 1 yard line. Take by Ruiz. He's got a little opening down the middle of the field. Closed down pretty quickly by the special teams, and he's at the 27. That's where the Rams will take over 1st and 10.
Yeah, if you're the Beavers, that was a good job there on special teams because it did look like that could be a dangerous return by Ruiz, and we've seen what he can do with some space.
Yeah, 20 make it the 26-yard line, 1st down. And evidently that football's not good enough. We need to get the new one out there. So that's what they're going to do. They got a new football, and they're going to mark it just inside the 27-yard line. And let's see who's running the show. It looks like Mark.
Looks like that's Vance again.
Vance again. So let's see. He's got Chavez, I believe, to his left. He hands it off. And shut down by the Beavers again for no gain up the middle.
I believe that was Malachi Red that led the charge for them defensively. And again, Beaver defensive line making their mark on this one. Rams offense is kind of sputtering a little bit so far in these last couple drives.
Well, see, Vance is a little skittish there. He was under a lot of pressure the last series that he ran. So it's 2nd down. Again, ball at inside the 27, so 2nd and 10. Beavers came up on the side. They're going to be called for offsides. A quick pass is going to hit the back of Ken Tilford with a great defense. But again, Jordan, I think the Beavers shot themselves in the foot.
Yeah, Robinson went up to try to get a jump on that and was just a little bit too early. And again, we see the Rams take a shot downfield when they have it. But either way, they're going to be getting free yards here.
Good job by Ken Tilford, even though it won't count. I mean, he was right on the receiver down the right sideline. As again, I don't know if Vance realized it, but he had that free play that he was working with. And he might have wanted to put a little bit more air underneath that one, but he'll get the 5 yards from the offsides. Ball's at the 31-yard line, so 2nd down, 5 yards to go. Chavez is the running back. Vance is a high snap. He's going to have to recover. Now he's looking for a hole, trying to reverse field. He's got a little bit of room. Closed down quickly, but good job by Vance to get over the 31 to about the 32. And again, we saw this earlier in the game, Jordan, the bad snap, and they turned it into a positive.
Yeah, that one could have been a disaster for the Rams. I mean, it looked like it could have been a fumble, could have been a big loss. Kudos to Vance for turning that into a 1-yard gain. That's just testament to his speed. He had 49 rushing yards and a touchdown on 3 carries last week, so we know he can run the ball if given the opportunity.
Yeah, he threw for 267 in the first 2 games with a pair of touchdowns and an interception, so he's faced with a 3rd down. They could 4 yards to go. They've got to get to the 36-yard line. They're just inside the 32 with 6:20 to go and counting here in this first half. Rams lead it 7-3. Cameron Smith with a 44-yard field goal for the Beavers. Going to hand that one to Chavez around the right side. He's got room, and he's going to get all the way up across the 40 to the 41. That's a big play right there for the Rams.
And again, 3rd down problems plaguing the Beavers right there. I mean, you're doing everything right, getting in these positions to get off the field and just not finding ways to do it. And that's, a way that a team like the Rams can wear people down over the course of a game.
A little surprising since they've been shutting the running game down pretty well since that one drive. And that time Chavez had some running room, and he gets the 1st down. He is 64 yards rushing and a touchdown coming into this one, and a couple of receptions and a touchdown as well. Now Gaines Smith is back in there behind Vance. 2 to the left for the Rams. Gaines Smith gets the handoff, kicks it to the outside. He's got room, and he's knocked down at the 50 after a straight arm, and he'll get just about 10 yards exactly. We'll see where it's marked and make a 1st down, or it'll be 2nd and short for the Rams.
And I don't think that was a designed outside run. I think Gaines Smith was looking for his first hole, looking for his second, and then said, you know what, there's no one outside, I'll take it there.
And he did for 9 yards. It's 2nd down and 1 yard to go. 5 minutes to go, first half. Andreas Spriggs out to the left side. A jump again by the Beavers, and they're going to whistle that one dead. And I don't have the count right in front of me, Jordan, but I'm going to guess a half dozen penalties so far on AR.
Yeah, I believe 5 penalties so far on the Beavers. Yeah, so right around that ballpark. And, now I think if you're Fresno, this is where you start maybe slowing down the offense a little bit and really, finding a way to make this a put-away drive and don't give the Beavers much time to work with. We've seen them move down the field methodically, and I feel like they don't need to be in any hurry right here, especially if you're going to have a team that's going to be shooting themselves in the foot.
A lot of discussion about this one. And we are going to get offsides on the Beavers, which will give a first down at the 45-yard line of the Beavers to the Rams. 4:49 to go. At least the third down I can remember that had been gifted to the Rams via the penalty for the Beavers. And they've been trying to jump that snap count, Jordan, all day long. And that time it came back to bite him. So Vance is in the shotgun standing at midfield. He's got Gaines Smith behind him. Tied formation to the right, one split out left. Gaines Smith has room. Hit, knocked down, but he's going to get to the 42-yard line. A good gain on first down brings up 2nd and 7.
And now they're just methodically marching down the field 4 or 5 yards at a time. Gaines Smith having another great day. Really kind of become the bell cow of this offense. And, yeah, they're shaking up the snap counts, like you said, really kind of keeping the Beavers guessing. And it's tough to jump when, you're not really getting what's going, giving them 3-5 yards.
Call it 6 yards to go on second down. Ball on the 41, coming down to 4 minutes to go first half. Chavez back in behind Vance. He's going to hold on to it, but he's under pressure, and he's going to be dropped back about the 47.
And that was Correa again right there, making plays in the backfield. I believe that's his second or third sack in this game. He's really been making noise all night in this one.
Loss of 6 yards. That'll bring up about a 3rd and 12. And it seems like when Vance hands it off, they're pretty successful. When he holds on to it himself, for whatever reason, it's not working for the Rams, and they have a big third down here. And a big chance, as you always talk about, for the Beavers to get off the field here on a third down, ball on the 47.
And again, the biggest thing is, like you say, get off the field, but also don't give up a penalty and give them 3 yards to make this more manageable.
3:14 to go. Time for Vance. He's going to hit the drag route across the middle. It's complete. 1 tackle missed, 2 tackles missed. Third tackle is made. That is Andreas Spriggs we talked about. He's going to make the catch and be knocked down about 2 yards or 3 yards short of a first down.
And it looks like we do have a flag in the backfield as well.
That was the indications are this is going to go back the other way, and that would have been a tough situation. It would have been set up about a 4th and 2, and I think Fresno might have gone for it there, but they seemingly won't get the chance to do that. We're going to get a hold, it looks like, on the Rams, and so we'll get a mark off, which will take them back into their own territory.
It's surprising to see that was the first time we've seen Vance put the ball in the air. I mean, I know he's faced pressure whenever he's dropped back, but he was 11 for 12 for 161 yards last week. So a little surprising that, he's had a couple series now, and that's really the first time we've seen him throw it.
He threw it the time he came in for Markarian when he lost his helmet, but then he's tried to throw it a couple other times, but was not able to. And we're going to get the no backs behind him this time on 3rd and long. He's got time, comes up the middle. He's got room, and he's going to be dropped at about the 40-yard line. And I don't know, Jordan, it brings up a 4th down, but just 5 yards to go.
Yeah, and I think this is one that you actually do consider going for it here if you're the Rams. And I mean, with the way Vance can run the ball, I think everyone in the stadium was a little clenched up watching him run there, and it looks like they are going to go for this because, hey, why not, especially when you're facing a team that likes to jump. The least you can do is try to draw him offside.
Number 17, Amari Conley is in the game. Looks like Gaines Smith is behind Vance. It's a 4th down, 5 yards to go on the 40-yard line. I imagine he'll try to draw him offsides. He's just going to give it to Gaines Smith, and he's going to get through. Still going, keeps his feet down inside the 25-yard line. Probably the biggest play of the first half right there, Jordan, a gain of 16.
Yeah, that is a backbreaker right now if you're the Beavers, and this is a defense that is already tired, and I think the Rams saw that and are taking advantage.
Beavers trying to get players on and off, but the Rams go quickly, and we're going to get a penalty. And we're going to get a timeout call by the Beavers to keep that from being a penalty. We're down on 2 minutes, and Jordan, just a huge play right there. Gaines Smith, who's been a little bit, looks like he's running stronger as the half has gone on, and that one might have been his best run of the day.
Yeah, and he's one of those running backs that finds a way to wear you down. I mean, if you look at him, big boy down there. I mean, you've seen him in the open field. He can get some speed, but I think his bread and butter is putting his shoulder down and fighting for those tough, gritty yards. And again, this is the type of guy that's just going to keep coming at you and at you and at you. And it may be something that you can deal with for a quarter or two, but when you start getting in the third and fourth quarter or even late in the half like this, I think that attrition is going to start setting in.
And give credit to Yaje Vance, who made a great run on a third down. He was back to pass, and a long way to go after the penalty, and he kind of closed that, made the big enough gain to get it to within where they could go for it on fourth down. So that's two huge plays in a row by the legs for the Fresno City College Rams, and they're going to have first down ball on the 25-yard line here with 2 minutes to go in the first half. We have that 2-minute timeout now. That's what we call it. And now it is going to be Vance. I think Chavez are going to move the clock back to 2:04, so not officially the 2-minute timeout. One-on-one to the left side for the wide receiver here for Fresno City.
Oh, just one timeout. Will be interesting to see how the Rams play this.
Vance standing at his 30-yard line. He'll throw. Now he's going to go up the middle. Closed in, but he gets away from one and out of bounds right by the sticks over there about the 15-yard line. And Vance, who was sacked 3 times in a row on one series, Jordan, is really making plays with his legs on this drive.
Yeah, he is. It looks like he's kind of felt out this defense a little bit, and it looks like they're going to give him the first down, that little stretching out of the ball right there. And now, under 2 minutes to go, it looks like we get the official 2-minute timeout.
Right.
But we haven't really seen the Rams put the ball in the air yet in this game. I mean, they've done it a few times, but never really successfully. Now, 1:57 left. You only have one timeout. You're 15 yards out. You've been running the ball very well.
Right.
It's interesting to see how they're going to play this one because the clock management says you should put the ball in the air, but I think the football coach says go with what works right now, and you have that timeout in your pocket. Let's keep running the ball until we have to put it in the air.
The most successful part of their passing game so far has been Vance going back to pass, not being able to, and going ahead and being able to run. And that's really posed problems for the Beavers, who have got good defensive penetration earlier in this quarter, but this time there's lanes that Vance is finding, and he's able to escape pressure and pick up big yards for the Rams, who lead this one 7-3 as we have that 2-minute timeout. And the good time for the Beavers to get that timeout because, as you mentioned, the defense has been on the field a lot here in this first half, and they're getting a little winded, and they're having to chase around not only Vance but Gaines Smith and Chavez as well. So it'll be first and 10, ball on the 15, and 1:57, Jordan, one timeout. I think they've got plenty of time to do what they need to do. They used to going pretty quickly there. Beavers really moving guys in and out on both units, offensive and defensive, and we're just about ready to get going. So the freshman Vance is back on with Chavez, the running back. He is a freshman as well. So freshman backfield for the Rams. And it's Vance thrown out to Ruiz. Has it at the 16, gets inside the 10, is out of bounds on about the 7-yard line. So quick passes and runs, Jordan, have been the menu of the day.
Yeah, and how about Ruiz right there, putting the shoulder down, showing us that he's not just shifty, he's got a little power too. And, now you're sitting there second down. And again, I think you slow things down here. Don't really give the Beavers much time. You're going to probably have to give them the ball back at some point in this, whether you score or not, but don't give them a lot of time to work with it.
And I think they're also, if you're the Rams, you're still experimenting kind of like what you're able to do. And so far, it's the quick passes that have been successful for Yaje Vance. Second down, just a yard to go. You'll hand it to Gaines Smith. Tries to find a hole. He probably got enough for the first down, but good job by the Beavers for stacking them up. And it looks like just inside the 5, so we'll see what the call is. And then it looks like a timeout called on the field.
It looks like the timeout might just be to move the chains because I think they gave him the first down.
First down, okay.
Yeah, if you're the Rams, looks like they're kind of going a little bit of that no huddle, but taking their time a little bit too.
Yeah, ball right on the 5-yard line, first and goal. Minute 20 and counting here. Gaines Smith, the running back, along with Vance. He'll get the handoff up the middle. Breaks one. Did he get in? He did get in. Marion Gaines Smith, a 5-yard run for the Rams, and they are up in this one 13-3.
Another methodical drive for the Rams. I mean, Beavers shot themselves in the foot a little bit, but a lot of that was some heads-up running by Vance, some heads-up running by Gaines Smith. And if you're Fresno City, you're a defensive stop away from going into this halftime with a 2-score advantage on the road.
And what they do is, as you said, they score a lot, but they put a little bit of distance, and then you're playing catch-up on them, which is what the situation they've been in the first 2 weeks. So it is Johnny Enriquez again. He was successful on his first PAT. That one looks up, and that is good as well. So Enriquez came in 3 for 9, but he is 2 for 2 in this one. And with 1:15 to go, the Beavers are down 14-3. And Jordan, they've got one timeout left, it looks like. So 1:15, still a chance to go ahead and put something together. But really, they have to find kind of an identity. Really, they've been all over the place here in this first 30 minutes.
Yeah, they've really struggled. And, like you mentioned before, they've had a few times where guys like Noble have been open. They've had guys down the field, but it feels like the connection's just not quite there. And, one thing we haven't seen is I don't think we've seen a throw to the tight end yet in this game.
Right,
and
yeah.
last game, Gavin Correa had 5 receptions for 31 yards. I believe he led the team in receptions. We saw Dylan Fear, a big part of that week 1 game against Sequoias. So I think they got to find a way to get these tight ends involved a little bit. Got to find a way to get, your playmakers the ball in space. And then you mentioned earlier, too, Amari Baker, a guy that we haven't seen yet today. We really haven't seen TQ Wallace in the backfield at all. So the question is going to be, how are you going to get the ball to these playmakers in space? And how are you going to get Jet Harris maybe a little more time, too, because he's been under some pressure in the few times he's had the ball, too.
Yeah, and Fresno tries to they go out to that lead, and then all of a sudden they're taking some of your weapons away offensively because you can't really run the ball if you fall behind too far. Now, we're not in that situation yet, but that's something they can do as they get into the second half. So Bickham and TQ Wallace, the aforementioned TQ Wallace, back for the Beavers here. 1:15 to go first half. 14-3 Fresno, and Enriquez will kick it off. That is a short kick. It's going to be caught right about the 15, bobbled and picked up. Good pressure coverage by Fresno, and that will be dropped at about the 21-yard line. So could have been pretty successful if you make the catch and you got the momentum, but couldn't make the catch, and it ends up on the 21.
Yeah, and it looked like Bickham was looking to bounce it outside, and I actually think he cut back a little too early. I think he could have gotten a couple extra yards if he kept that outside, but I think if you're the Beavers right now, you're kind of exhaling a little bit after seeing that ball on the ground.
You do not want to lose possession. So Jaden Anderson is in there. Also, as we mentioned, number 17, Victor Noble's been seeing action. They are in there offensively for the Beavers at the wideout spots. Jet Harris at quarterback. Luis Torres also has been out there as a wide receiver. First down, 21-yard line. Harris, delay. Nicely done. Wallace is in there and makes the catch, but a good defensive pursuit by the Rams, going to end up losing 2 yards.
I believe that was number 92 for the Rams in on the tackle. Looking to get a name here on that. That's Alex Aldana, sophomore lineman.
Looks like timeout is going to be taken by the Rams as they are going to see if they can go ahead and hold the Beavers and get the ball back themselves with some time. Just 56 seconds left to go. Hadn't seen that route yet. That was a little bit of a release to TQ Wallace, and you want to get Wallace the ball in space, but the one pursuer on the Rams shut that down. So now the Beavers are going to face a second down, and let's see, the ball on the 20-yard line. So we'll make it 2nd and 12 here. They will talk this over. Harris had a little bit of time to throw there. That's the first thing, Jordan, you want to look at. Make sure you give your quarterback a little bit of time. And, again, a nice change of pace on that route, but give the Rams credit for shutting that play down. It'll bring up that 2nd and 12.
And, Phantom, we saw last week how big a big drive right before the half can be, even if you're down
Absolutely.
2 scores. So this is really a huge drive in this game for the Beavers if you want to go in with some momentum.
Got Victor over here on the right. Let's see. They've been trying to get the ball to Victor Noble. They're giving some space here on the right side. Anderson left, and I think we're going to have a delay of game again on the Beavers. Let's see. It's going to be legal procedure. So it will go back to the 15-yard line, bring up a 2nd down and 17 to go now. And I think it probably, Jordan, if you're the Rams, this is a time where you kind of go all out in the front line and just kind of send maybe a little pressure and try to get a mistake.
Yeah, I think so. They're already backed up big right now. Why not send some pressure and see what you can force?
Just a straight handoff, kicking it outside. Brown, he'll get all the way up, drive it across the 30, and he is close to a first down. Let's see where it's marked, but kind of a change of pace by the Beavers, handing it off, and Brown with a nice little gain.
Yeah, and I think the initial plan on that was, hey, give the ball to Brown and maybe let's run out this half, and now all of a sudden he's moving the sticks for a first down. Hey, maybe it's let's see what we can do, see if we can move the ball here a bit.
Give Brown 13 yards on that carry, and he sets up a first down for the Beavers. Trying to get a little bit of room. That was a big play because, as we said, you don't want to be shut down in your own territory, and the Rams have a timeout left. First down, ball on the 32. Harris will throw. Lets it go for Victor, and it's up there and then caught and then out of his hands at the 49-yard line. So, again, Victor Noble is the intended receiver, open but can't make the connection.
Yeah, it looks like he had that one. Maybe had trouble bringing it in after he went up and got it, and then a hit by Diego Betancourt didn't help things either, coming in from his safety position to make that. And like you said, that connection just a little bit off right now. He had a lot of space to make that play, but maybe the ball wasn't quite where it needed to be to, have that one drawn up to be as successful as it could have been.
It seems every time they're thrown to him, he's on the sideline as well. Really pinched on that sideline. Not a lot of room for him to maneuver. Second down, ball in the 33. Harris looking back to his left, throws. He's got a man. Nice connection. Caught by Luis Torres. We're going to get a late flag as he is down at about the 40-yard line.
And that was definitely one of those throws where he kind of looked and made that throw, and crisis averted a little bit right there because there was a Ram defender there, but it turns out to be a nice play for the Beavers should this one stand.
Flag came in a little bit late on that one as the ball was in the air to Luis Torres. Going to have an ineligible receiver downfield for the Beavers. That'll negate that first down and put them, actually the second down, it'll put them back behind the sticks, back at the 27-yard line.
Another self-inflicted wound right here for AR.
They've got to get to the 42, so it's going to be second down and now 15 yards to go. Trips to the right for the Beavers, Henderson to the left. Handoff up the middle. Short gain for the Beavers will bring up third down, and let's see if the Rams call a timeout. Doesn't look like they will.
Yeah, I think if you're the Beavers, you just get this thing to the half. I don't even know if you snap the ball again.
It looks like everybody is content with letting this one go out as we go 3, 2, and 1. And halftime is here at Beaver Stadium. First 30 minutes in the books, pretty much dominated by the Fresno City College Rams. We go to halftime, our score, Fresno 14, American River 3.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise so you can have peace of mind. Contact us to schedule your service today.
American River College is a top-tier community college sports program that provides student athletes with the opportunity to thrive both athletically and academically. ARC Athletics is currently ranked 5th in the state and 2nd in Northern California. With over 19 sports programs, our athletes compete with the region's best athletes. Our diverse and dedicated coaching staff helps athletes develop the skills necessary to compete at the next level. Start your community college athletics journey with us. American River College, Sacramento's best athletic program. Go Beavers.
Hi, I'm Monica from Ace Body Shop and Towing. We are a family-oriented business. We've been in business for over 30 years. We are located downtown Lincoln at 333 Lincoln Boulevard in Lincoln, California. We do automotive repair and 24-hour towing. Our phone number is 916-645-2859, or you can find us on the web.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise, from minor carpentry to drywall, electrical and flooring for property managers, landlords, and renters alike. We ensure that every job is completed to the highest standards, so you can have peace of mind. Contact us today to discover how Jeffers Resource Group can help keep your home in top shape.
got dragged there, and I didn't. He's an actor. Oh crap! Who cares?
You got the rest of your life to be, serious, but
Just tweet it out and then don't
And
really
then run away.
respond.
No, I think it happens to some of us. Maybe it sounds a little personal to you, but
I didn't want me.
yeah,
to
I don't
sound
know.
that
It just
way.
maybe
I-
sounds like that. 'Cause
Generally,
I know
Fine.
again, you're a very bright guy. You
Yeah.
see right into
Right
my
through
soul,
you.
my friend. That's why I have so many jobs, because people think I'm funny when they're driving home.
Oh, I love baking. I've been doing it my whole life. Grateful Bread was started because I needed a job. It always used to seem like bread was just an afterthought, and which was always kind of disappointing. But now, as not only people, foodies and people eating, they're expecting better quality, and people notice it, they can see it.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Placer County's best kept secret is back for another exciting summer at historic McBean Stadiums. Loaded with fun for the whole family, local beer, wine, and eats. Fireworks, giveaways, theme nights, kids zone, and more. Come join in the fun and enjoy small town baseball with Major League Entertainment. Tickets on sale now at LincolnPotters.com.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Here at Super Taco, we specialize in authentic Mexican food. One of the reasons we are different from other places is that we make everything from scratch. You get a great value when you come here, large portions and quality food. Our most popular dishes are many different kind of tacos. We have giant burritos, different kinds of enchiladas, and the fajita. If you're ready for real Mexican food, stop in at a Super Taco. We love to see you.
Pass flung on and missed. He got him on strikes at 86, the off-speeder. Bruno strikes out the... He's going to look that way. Now he's going to duck down the middle. He's got a guy wide open at the 18 kid. That's Robert Freeman. And Robert's trying to make a couple of moves. He comes back to the 15, comes down to the 10. He gets a block to the 5.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise, so you can have peace of mind. Contact us to schedule your service today.
American River College is a top-tier community college sports program that provides student athletes with the opportunity to thrive both athletically and academically. ARC Athletics is currently ranked 5th in the state and 2nd in Northern California. With over 19 sports programs, our athletes compete with the region's best athletes. Our diverse and dedicated coaching staff helps athletes develop the skills necessary to compete at the next level. Start your community college athletics journey with us. American River College, Sacramento's best athletic program. Go Beavers.
Hi, I'm Monica from Ace Body Shop and Towing. We are a family-oriented business. We've been in business for over 30 years. We are located downtown Lincoln at 333 Lincoln Boulevard in Lincoln, California. We do automotive repair and 24-hour towing. Our phone number is 916-645-2859, or you can find us on the web.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise, from minor carpentry to drywall, electrical and flooring for property managers, landlords, and renters alike. We ensure that every job is completed to the highest standards, so you can have peace of mind. Contact us today to discover how Jeffers Resource Group can help keep your home in top shape.
got dragged there, and I didn't. He's an actor. Oh crap! Who cares?
You got the rest of your life to be, serious. But
Just tweet it out and then don't
And
really
then run
respond.
away.
Yeah.
No, I think it happens to some of us. Maybe it sounds a little personal to you, but
I didn't want me.
yeah,
to
I don't
sound
know.
that
It just
way.
maybe sounds like that. 'Cause I know
Generally,
Fine.
again, you're a very bright guy. You
Yeah.
see right into
Right
my
through
soul,
you.
my friend. That's why I have so many jobs, because people think I'm funny when they're driving home.
I love baking. I've been doing it my whole life. Grateful Bread was started because I needed the job. It always used to seem like bread was just an afterthought, and which was always kind of disappointing. But now, as not only people, foodies and people eating, they're expecting better quality, and people notice it, they can see it.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Placer County's best-kept secret is back for another exciting summer at historic McBean Stadiums. Loaded with fun for the whole family. Local beer, wine, and eats. Fireworks, giveaways, theme nights, kids zone, and more. Come join in the fun and enjoy small-town baseball with Major League Entertainment. Tickets on sale now at LincolnPotters.com.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Here at Super Taco, we specialize in authentic Mexican food. One of the reasons we are different from other places is that we make everything from scratch. You get a great value when you come here, large portions and quality food. Our most popular dishes are many different kind of tacos. We have giant burritos, different kinds of enchiladas, and the fajita. If you're ready for real Mexican food, stop in at a Super Taco. We love to see you.
Fast flung on and missed. He got him on strikes at 86, the off-speeder. Bruno strikes out the... He's going to look that way. Now he's going to duck down the middle. He's got a guy wide open at the 18 kid, and that's Robert Freeman. And Robert's trying to make a couple of moves. He comes back to the 15, comes down to the 10. He gets a block to the 5.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise so you can have peace of mind. Contact us to schedule your service today.
American River College is a top-tier community college sports program that provides student athletes with the opportunity to thrive both athletically and academically. ARC Athletics is currently ranked 5th in the state and 2nd in Northern California. With over 19 sports programs, our athletes compete with the region's best athletes. Our diverse and dedicated coaching staff helps athletes develop the skills necessary to compete at the next level. Start your community college athletics journey with us. American River College, Sacramento's best athletic program. Go Beavers.
Welcome back to Beaver Stadium. Missed halftime between the Beavers and the Fresno City College Rams. Mark the Phantom Low here with Jordan Georgeson, Rye the engineer on the controls. And 14-3, Jordan, at halftime. We talked before the game about the Beavers paying attention to the throwing of the quarterbacks from Fresno City with McCarrion and Vance, but it turned out to be maybe through the run that they've hurt us the most.
Yeah, definitely. And like we said before the game, this is a rushing attack that came in, really an offense that came in 6th overall in yards per game, 8th overall in rushing yards per game. So we knew it was a balanced attack. The Beavers done a good job taking away the pass, but, I mean, we saw on that last drive, Yajay Vance coming in and really, taking over after what was a poor first drive from him, kind of carried the Rams down the field there. And then we've seen so many times from Marion Gaines-Smith just methodically driving this team down the field, 5-6 yards at a time, breaking off a couple for double digits. And Beavers really just had a hard time getting off the field and having a hard time stopping the run.
Yeah, Vance, I think his best gains have been on pass plays that he hasn't been able to find a receiver, and he's turned it loose, and that has kind of loosened up the defense for Gaines-Smith. But the other thing that you have to talk about if you're the Beavers, Jordan, is the fact that they've given away so many yards via the penalty. At least 3 first downs that the Rams got were gifted to them by the Beavers, including one that was a long third down, and a roughing the passer gave them a first down that led to their first score.
Yeah, and it feels like there's been multiple times in this game that Fresno's been back behind for, what looks like a third and double digits, third and long situation, that they're somehow finding ways to turn into either fourth and manageable to convert or getting a first down. And it's really hurt the Beavers all day, whether it's penalties or blown coverages or breakdowns or missed tackles, but they're just finding ways to not get off the field on third down. That's something that's going to make your defense tired, worn down, and by the end of it, it's going to be something that hurts you and can, turn this game into something that gets out of hand sooner than later.
Yeah, and especially Gaines Smith is the kind of a back that you don't want to try to tackle when you're tired, because he seemed to get stronger as the half went along, and Vance obviously very shifty. But when you turn around to the other side of the ball, Jordan, offensively, we talked about the Beavers in the pregame not making connections from the pass game, mostly due to receivers dropping the ball. But I think a couple of times, you and I were talking off air, a couple of times the connections looked like they were there, and the pass just wasn't there in this first half.
Yeah, there was really only one or two passes I feel like should have been caught by the receiver that weren't. A lot of them, it feels like we've seen guys like Noble getting an open space and just, passes a little bit off, the time's a little bit off. It's not, ridiculous overthrows where he's sailing at 20, 25 yards above the head, but, it's enough to where maybe he has to adjust himself in the air and he ends up getting hit as he's trying to catch this one, or, just little things like that can throw off an offense. And what's tough is, when the running game's not working and you're getting stuffed, and we've seen a few big runs by Brown, but there's not really a ton in terms of the running lanes right now.
Yeah.
And then when you're a little off in the passing game, it just feels like there's an offense that's flat and doesn't have really an identity right now, and they're kind of searching for themselves a little bit while also trying to now play catch-up.
And remember, we've got a guy like Jet Harris is a sophomore, but I think he's listed as a freshman, but he was around last year. But this is just the third game of the season, and you're playing Fresno City, which is a top 10 team in the state. So you want to have some patience, and you got to let guys grow into it. As we talked about during that first half, Jordan, a lot of substitutions. It seemed like both offensively and defensively. We've seen at least a trio of wide receivers that we hadn't really seen before, and trying to make connections with all those guys is not easy. But the thing, the really daunting task for the Beavers is they're trying to get right after last week's loss. Well, they got to do it against maybe the toughest schedule in the state, with Fresno this week, number 1 in the state, San Mateo next week, and then Modesto, who's top, I think, number 6 in the state after that. A couple weeks later, they have number 4 Butte. So it's not like there's a lot of room for error. They've got to come out here and they've got to try to get right and find each other against the best competition in the state.
Yeah, and I think what's frustrating about this right now, if you are AR, is you got your win against Sequoias, but you were probably looking at last week if you're just looking at the schedule. Yeah. And, I think most people that follow JUCO football in the area would have confidently said, hey, AR is going to be 2-0 going into this. They should beat DVC pretty well. All of a sudden, DVC comes out, they punched you in the mouth in that second half, and they go and steal a win from you on your home turf, and now you're behind here to Fresno. And like you say, things don't get any easier. And, we've seen teams that have plenty of talent where, a slow start just derails the season and things kind of snowball in a way. So now you're kind of looking at it like, hey, someone needs to step up and make a play, because with how hard this schedule is, you don't want things to maybe get out of hand, maybe morale to get low, and all of a sudden find yourselves in a little bit of a hole that you didn't necessarily anticipate finding yourself in, because, like you say, they're playing a lot of these top 5, top 10 teams in the state, and it's an unforgiving schedule both in non-league and in league. And, we've seen it. This team has talent, but they just are still trying to find the pieces to put it all together. But, the opponents you're playing aren't going to really give you time and say, oh, no, that's okay. I'm sorry. I didn't realize you were still trying to kind of figure things out a little bit.
Yeah, and if you're looking at an offense that's taken a while to gel for the Beavers, you look at the defense, they gave up 14 points against Fresno, which is not bad. This is a team who scored 77 points in their first 2 games, and so they're on a pace. They're a little bit below their usual pace, and the Beavers giving up just 14, and again, probably contributing to their own demise in that 14. So I think you'd have to be heartened a little bit by the defense, and you're going to look for the offense to make some strides here in the second half. So we will take a break here. We are just about ready to get going here in the second half. Our score, Fresno City 14, American River College 3. You're watching ARC Athletics on YouTube, presented by the Stones Broadcast Networks.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise, so you can have peace of mind. Contact us to schedule your service today.
American River College is a top-tier community college sports program that provides student athletes with the opportunity to thrive both athletically and academically. ARC Athletics is currently ranked 5th in the state and 2nd in Northern California. With over 19 sports programs, our athletes compete with the region's best athletes. Our diverse and dedicated coaching staff helps athletes develop the skills necessary to compete at the next level. Start your community college athletics journey with us. American River College, Sacramento's best athletic program. Go Beavers.
Hi, I'm Monica from Ace Body Shop and Towing. We are a family-oriented business. We've been in business for over 30 years. We are located downtown Lincoln at 333 Lincoln Boulevard in Lincoln, California. We do automotive repair and 24-hour towing. Our phone number is 916-645-2859, or you can find us on the web.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise, from minor carpentry to drywall, electrical and flooring for property managers, landlords, and renters alike. We ensure that every job is completed to the highest standards, so you can have peace of mind. Contact us today to discover how Jeffers Resource Group can help keep your home in top shape.
Got dragged there, and I didn't. He's an actor. Oh crap! Who cares?
You got the rest of your life to be, serious, but
Just tweet it out and then don't
And
really
then run away.
Yeah.
No, I think it happens to some of us. Maybe it sounds a little personal to you, but
I didn't want me.
yeah,
to
I don't
sound
know.
that
It just
way.
maybe sounds like that. 'Cause I know
Generally,
fine.
again, you're a very bright guy. You
Yeah.
see right into
Right
my
through
soul,
you.
my friend. That's why I have so many jobs, because people think I'm funny when they're driving home. Back here at Beaver Stadium, just about to get ready with second half action between the Beavers and the Fresno City College Rams. Rams on top 14-3. Jordan, we were talking about the Beaver schedule upcoming being pretty tough. Some of those teams in action this afternoon. You got some scores for us?
Yeah, we do. We have a team that the Beavers have played against a team that the Beavers will be seeing later. That game already concluded. Sequoias beat Delta 58-7. Some other interesting ones in the area. Butte beating City College of San Francisco 20-7 right now at the half. And then the one I think a lot of eyes are on, if you're a Beaver fan, number one in the state, San Mateo trailing Modesto 23-10. Last refresh says that's late in the second quarter. That's a big one. And then tonight there's going to be the Sacramento rivalry of Sac City visiting Sierra under the lights for a 6 o'clock kickoff. So big day of JUCO action. A lot of teams that the Beavers have a particular interest in are in action today.
Yeah, Modesto a lot like Fresno in the sense of teams that were a little bit down in the preseason rankings and have come up with two impressive victories and vaulted themselves up. Modesto to number 6 and Fresno to number 7. And the Beavers, who started the season ranked third and were stayed there after their first win over Sequoia, and dropped to number 9 after last week's loss at Diablo Valley. Beavers will be receiving the second half kickoff. It'll be Bickham and TQ Wallace going out to receive it as Johnny Enriquez comes out to kick off for the Rams. The Beavers will be going from our left to our right here as we are getting ready to go second half action. And we talked about it, Jordan, and hopefully if you're a Beaver fan, you're going to see something right away. Beavers, I think, fortunate enough to get that second half kickoff and get a chance to get that offense going that we talked about, needed a little gelling.
Yeah, and a lot of coaches script these first drives to start each half, and right now this script is very important if you're AR, because you need to find something to get some type of sustainability on offense and, like we said earlier, some type of identity right now on the offensive side.
Bickham and Wallace back to receive. Wallace number 5, Bickham number 21. And we are ready to go here. Fresno with a nice contingent over in the visitor side there, which you've got to strategically sit because of the trees and the sun. Kick will come out. It'll be in the end zone and taken at the goal line by TQ Wallace. Comes up the right side, gets away from one at the 20, 25, 30, and gets up to the 32-yard line. Promising start for the Beavers. It'll be 1st and 10 on their own 32.
Yeah, nice return there by Wallace. You know, he was averaging close to 30 yards a return. I think maybe even a little bit more coming into this game. So, you know, special teams kind of making a note here. And then now how are you going to respond offense? He set you up in decent field position right here to start.
Harris out to quarterback the team. It looks like Elias Brown behind him. Jaden Anderson to the left. To the right, let's see. I think it's Ekaterinas to the right. Beavers 1st and 10. Ball on the 32-yard line. Quick strike out to Ekaterinas. He's going to get it, but he's going to have to go down to one knee to get it. It'll be a gain of 3, 2nd and 7.
Yeah, and I think that's just kind of something to get a little positive momentum moving forward. Get that ball out quick, get some quick yards, and just kind of let this offense start moving.
And also maybe a chance to get your quarterback to kind of zero in on a target and hit a close-in target. That one a little bit low, and Ekaterinas went down on one knee to make the play. So it's a positive play, 3-yard gain, 2nd and 7. Ball on the 35. Play coming in from the sideline for the Beavers. And we got 2 out to the left and Brown behind the quarterback. Anderson in motion is going to reset wide left. Brown will get the handoff. He's got to get around the corner. He does. Might be a hole, but no flag. He gets to the 40 and up to the 42. He'll be close to the first down. It looked like, Jordan, when you get an edge block on that kind of a run, you look for a flag to come out. No such flag.
Yeah, and that was a block there by Correa on that one. Gavin Correa, the tight end. A guy who we usually call his name the receiving game.
Yeah.
Had a block there. Yeah, it looked like something that probably was on the fence for a hold, but wasn't quite there, and good enough to get the Beavers into a 3rd and short situation.
Hakeem Anderson, the first time we've seen him, number 31 will come in. Also number 47.
It looks like he's back off.
Well, he made a very short appearance there. 3rd and 1. Quick handoff to the up back, and it's going to be very close. I think he might be a little short. Let's see where they mark it.
I'm trying to see who that up back was, too.
To get to the 42, and I think they are going to give him the first down. So a gain of 1 for the Beavers.
It looks like the up back on that was Hakeem Anderson, freshman running back out of Wood Creek High School.
Akil Sohan also in the lineup on that one, and both of them come off for Brown. Now Anderson and Ekaterinas on the left side. Also looks like Correa over there. So 3 flanked out to the left side. 1st and 10, ball on the 42 for the Beavers. Just getting going here, second half, 13 minutes to go. Hand off to Brown coming right side, but closed down quickly by the Rams, and it's going to be a gain of maybe 1, if that.
And a good angle there defensively by DB Keon Kyle, this guy whose name we've called a few times today. And again, that just shows this Fresno defense kind of good job at taking away these running lanes and taking away, you know, plugging up the holes, and the secondary taking away the outside, not really giving AR anywhere to go.
Brown's going to be credited with a gain of 2, so it's going to be 2nd and 8. Harris in the shotgun. Looks left. He's going to let one fly, and he's got a receiver caught on the 32. He is out of bounds at the 30. A well-thrown pass by Harris for the first down.
And that was just the speed right there of Anderson that created that separation. There was no special move or anything like that. It looked like he just turned on the wheels, got that one, and that's the type of play the Beavers have been waiting for. By far their longest play of the day.
And looks like the kind of play you like to see that shows a little connection, because when the ball was released, Anderson didn't have the step that he eventually got and made the catch for the first down. Big play for the Beavers. Gain of 28 yards.
Yep.
First down, 30-yard line. Straight hand up the middle, got some room. And Sohan again, I believe, will get down to almost to the 25-yard line.
It looks like we do have a Beaver offensive lineman banged up on the play.
Pounding the turf. So that is the main story of that play. Now he's going to try to get himself up and now go back down there. So probably tell him to take it easy. Gain of, we think it's about 4 yards on the play, but more importantly, a Beaver down on the field. So we will step aside for just a second. 2nd and 6, 11:34 to go, third quarter. Beavers trail this one 14-3.
Hi, I'm Monica from Ace Body Shop and Towing. We are a family-oriented business. We've been in business for over 30 years. We are located downtown Lincoln at 333 Lincoln Boulevard in Lincoln, California. We do automotive repair and 24-hour towing. Our phone number is 916-645-2859, or you can find us on the web.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise, from minor carpentry to drywall, electrical and flooring for property managers, landlords, and renters alike. We ensure that every job is completed to the highest standards, so you can have peace of mind. Contact us today to discover how Jeffers Resource Group can help keep your home in top shape.
Back here, we've got Beavers offensive lineman coming off the field.
Looks like that's number 72, Nathaniel Lynch, the freshman out of Capital Christian High School, 6'6", 302, being helped off. Hopefully that's nothing too serious.
Second down, ball on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 6 for the Beavers. They had the big play to Anderson, and a good run by Sohan, who's getting his first run of the season. 6'2", 210 pounds out of Grand High. Harris will turn, he'll hand it straight off to him again, and there's not much, but he's going to spin his way down and get 3, Jordan, where I think there was nothing there.
Yeah, good job by Sohan there, kind of reading that, knowing where he's stuffed, and taking that little spin, get a few extra yards. I don't think he got a very friendly spot there. It looked like he might have gotten an extra yard or two, but
we're going to mark him at the 23, which will bring up a 3rd and 3. Big third down here for the Beavers. Xavier Porter in the game, wide receiver, flanked to the right side.
Porter did have a 38-yard reception last week.
Makes the handoff, and a lot of time, short connection to the 20 and staggering inside the 20. That should be enough for the first down. That's Gavin Correa for the first down for the Beavers.
First time we've called Correa's name in the passing game today. He had that big block down there earlier on the run for Brown, and he was team's leading reception, or most receptions on the team last week with 5 for 31 yards.
Nice to see Harris get a little bit of space. He make that connection to Correa with a fake handoff and roll to his right. First down. Ball on the 19-yard line. I think this is the deepest offensive penetration for the Beavers in this one. They trail at 14-3. Quick out, caught by Noble, and he'll get it at the 15 and get down to about the 13. And that time, I think the threat of his speed got him a little bit of space, Jordan, but still the ball delivered a little bit too low. If it was a little higher, he might have been able to spin on that.
Yeah, but a little bit low there for Noble, but either way, kind of the first time that connection has linked up today in this one. And this is by far the best drive we've seen out of the Beavers so far today, and we'll see how they capitalize on and how they cap it off.
2nd and 4, ball spotted at the 13-yard line. Like Brown is back in behind Jet Harris. They get the handoff, try the right side, cut it back in at the 5. He is in the end zone. That is a touchdown for the Beavers. So Elias Brown took a couple of plays off Jordan, showed a little burst of speed, and that's a huge play for ARC.
And that was the most complete drive we've seen, like I just said. I mean, we saw Brown establish the run. We saw the passing game. We saw that run help in the play action, and then a big run there to cap it off. That's the exact drive that you wanted to see if you're Coach R. Kudos to the Beavers for answering the bell and capitalizing, and now it's up to the defense to make a big stand.
It's exactly what you want to see at the beginning of the game when you defer, too. I want that ball second half and drive it down, and in just over 5 minutes, they put 6 up on the board. Cameron Smith will try to make it 7. It is up and It is good. So Smith now perfect 9 for 9 on extra points, and that is an impressive drive, as you said, Jordan, 14-10. Let's see if the energy, we saw energy from the Beaver sideline early in the game. Let's see if the energy from that offensive possession, and it was nice to see Harris get himself some time. He made a couple of nice throws. He tried the shorter throws, kind of spread the defense out a little bit, came up with that big third down throw to Correa.
Yeah, and the other thing I like to see, too, in that one was it kind of felt like, this offense, when they came out on the field, it felt like the energy on the sideline was a little bit dead. I think guys were kind of feeling somber, down 14-3, and you can already see it's picked up right now.
Right.
The way these guys are carrying themselves, high fives, hugs all around. And, we've seen this defense be able to, I know they've struggled getting off the field, but we've also seen a few drives where they've come out and kind of set the tone. And I think a big defensive drive right here can go a long way for this. We saw last week how quickly the momentum can turn with a big score and a big stop, and AR has a chance to do exactly that in this drive right here.
Well, we talked about it before, some new names with Noble and, with Sohan and with others offensively that have made an impression here in this game so far. Let's see what's going on defensively. We call Risley's name a lot in Malachi Red early in the game. Let's see if the Beavers can bring that, maybe bring some new names to the fore as they try to shut down the Rams. It'll be interesting to see. I would assume that Markarian, who took the first quarter at quarterback for Fresno, I'm assuming we'll see him here in the third, but we'll wait and see as Smith prepares to kick it off. Colbert and Ruiz, and that is a nice kick. It'll get him into the end zone, and he's going to just kneel that one as Jordan Colbert, and that will be 1st and 10 for the Rams. So you don't want a big play on special teams, and so you got Cameron Smith puts it in the end zone, and now you've got 9:26 to go third quarter. You've just put 7 points up on the board. You're rested. You've had a long halftime, and you've had 5 more minutes, so you're rested, and I think you're ready to go. Let's see what happens with the Beavers defense.
Yeah, I think right now this is one of those tone-setting drives that really can change the trajectory of this game. A big stop here, especially with 3 and out. This could be the type of thing that just flips everything for AR.
Coming out with Spriggs split to the left. Nathaniel Williams, the tight end, is in there as well. It looks like it is Ryan Markarian, the sophomore, in the shotgun. He's going to turn. He's going to fake the handoff. A quick pass is missed out there, and that could be a live ball, but it's going to be a forward pass. Well done by the Beavers to jump on and bring up a second down.
Hey, the most impressive thing I saw on that play is Ken Tilford, the way he bounced that ball up to himself and caught it. It looked like a point guard stealing it and on a fast break all of a sudden.
We've talked about Tilford. He's a heck of a player over there. I did not know he changed sports in the middle of the game, but well done. As Markarian tried to do the fake handoff, the quick pass, incomplete, brings up a 2nd and 10.
Of course, Tilford, the team's leader last year in almost interceptions.
That's right. Beltre Jefferson, the wide receiver, split out to the right side. Here comes the Beavers on it. It's a handoff on the left side. Good pursuit by the Beavers, and that's going to be a short gain, if any. And Jordan, that'll bring up one of those all-important third downs.
Looked like that was Edgar Montez. It kind of set the edge on that one. But another one that I saw on that, Brevin Amiga timed that snap, something the Beavers would struggle with in that first half. Timed it perfectly. It looked like a read option. He just took away any running route that Markarian could have had there.
Yeah, and Montez did that in a couple of times in the first half, trying to anticipate that count, and it's backfired, and it's worked. So it's kind of a 50-50 proposition right now. But right now it is third down, 11 yards to go, ball on the 24. Huge play early here in the third quarter for the Rams. Ryan Markarian is the quarterback. He is in the shotgun, 2 wide right. He's got a man open on the sidelines, a completion. Going to be right around the 39-yard line. That's going to be a first down to number 6, Travis Serwet.
Good job by Markarian there to kind of attack that zone defense. He was patient in the pocket. Then when the pressure came, it was right exactly when Serwet got open. Attack that zone defense, get a first down. And again, the Beavers, that's exactly what you did in the first half. You don't want to keep that going.
Yeah, the pressure came, but it came a little bit too late because it allowed Serwet to go ahead and run the route he wanted to run. And he's got the first down with 8:15 to go in the third quarter at the 39-yard line of Fresno City. It's like Colbert might be the running back. He'll get the handoff and go to the right side. He's got a hole. He's going to turn it upfield at the 45, hit at the 46, and got all the way up to the 49. So Jordan Colbert, we have not seen him so far in a running back situation. He is a freshman, and looks to be one of the big backs in the Fresno rotation.
Yeah, and Colbert had 9 carries, 42 yards, and a touchdown last week. I know that was kind of a lopsided game, so maybe he was getting some carries late. But again, now you have some big backs that you're cycling in the second half against an already tired defense. I mean, Fresno has this AR defense right where it wants them.
10-yard gain, so he'll get a first down at the 49-yard line of the Rams. Straight handoff this time to Shalabian. Trying to get it outside. Good pursuit by the Beavers. It shuts it down. Probably a 1-yard loss for Fresno.
Yeah, it looked like maybe there wasn't a whistle and Tilford brought down
He
Shalabian
stayed with them
again,
all the way.
So, I don't know. I mean, AR might be like, hey, is that kind of second down too? And
well, they got an extra yard loss after that second wind tackle there by Tilford. Ball all the way back to the 46-yard line.
That's why you never give up on a play,
Never
Phantom.
give up on a play. Well, we've seen Tilford do a lot of stuff. I didn't know that, like the steer roping or whatever that was, the way he was trying to handle the ball carrier. So 2nd and 13. 2 out left for McCarrion. He's looking right. Now he looks back. He's under pressure, and he's going to be tripped up for a sack back at the 42-yard line.
And it looks like that was number 40 for the Beavers. I believe that's Colin Bray, a name that we haven't called yet today, the standout from Placer High School from their 10-0 team 2 years ago. Tore his ACL last year, comes up with a big play there today. You can see his team pumping him up on the sideline there.
3rd and about 18, and Jordan, give credit also to the coverage on that one. McCarrion had some time, couldn't find anybody to hit, and it brings up the 3rd and long. They've got to get to the 41 of the Beavers. Make it 3rd and 16. Trying to draw the Beavers off sides that they've had on previous occasions. Colbert is the running back to the left of McCarrion. Back to pass. Lets it fly down the left side and knocked away at the last moment by the Beavers defense. It was a good-looking pass intended for Spriggs, incomplete.
Yeah, good coverage there by Antonio Williams. He was just on him like a glove. Just made it so there really wasn't a window at all for him to even catch that one. And it was actually a pretty good throw by Markarian, too. Just great coverage by the Beavers. And sometimes as a QB, you just have to tip your hat to the defense, and AR gets the stop that they need.
Isaiah Bickham goes back, the freshman out of Whitney, to receive the punt from Dean Scribner. Almost blocked. Gets away, a good one. Fair catch called for by Bickham at the 23. And usually we've got a little tussle going on with the special teams guys, which now we've got the flag on the play. And now we've got a couple of flags on the play. Looks like number 25. That's Jonah Arduan involved for the Beavers. Didn't see the Ram as well, Jordan.
Believe it was Noah Taylor, if my vision is correct.
Let's see what they call, if it's offsetting or if once, it went at it for quite a while out there. Then finally the ref said, I've kind of had enough of this.
Yeah, I think actually that's what refs say, too, when they throw the flag.
Do.
It should be the rule.
I kind of had enough of this, that's the name of the penalty. I kind of had enough of this penalty. They're going to call it on both squads, as we thought. Offset. So just a stern talking to by the coaches is all that'll happen to the special teams player. And more importantly, Jordan, they got the stop. They got the score they wanted. They got the stop they wanted. And now the Beavers have the ball 1st and 10 on the 24.
And this is a big drive right here. I mean, things haven't gone your way so far in this game. And you're still putting yourself in a position with essentially 20 minutes of game time left to take the lead right here on this drive.
Got Victor to the right. Anderson, I believe, over there to the left. Anderson with the big catch of the game. Victor probably targeted more than any of the other wide receivers on the Beavers today. We've also seen Catarinas and Luis Torres. And Porter as well. So we've seen a bunch of wide receivers for the Beavers. Going to be a straight handoff this time. Cut up inside. That is Sohan again. He'll get up to the 28 and got that purely on gumption, as we used to say, Jordan.
Yeah, and Sohan's frame right there. I mean, he just keeps those legs churning and fights for those extra yards. How many times have we seen him get hit and he goes down 3-4 yards away from where he got hit and he falls forward too? That's a huge thing.
Yeah, at 6'2" and 210 pounds, just keeps it moving. Going to give him 4, call it 2nd and 6 ball on the 28-yard line. Harris is going to hand it to him again. He cuts it back, spins at the 30, and gets maybe to the 31. So good pursuit by the Rams. Set up a 3rd and short for AR.
Yeah, good job reading that hole there by Sohan. And again, spinning, falling forward. And I think that frame's a tough one to tackle because he's almost built like a receiver tight end hybrid, but that kid runs the ball hard.
3rd and 3 here. 4:40 and counting in the 3rd quarter. Jed Harris looking over to, I don't know how many guys are signaling in place, like a dozen. You got to figure out the right one. There's a lot of dummies over there, no offense, Back to pass is Harris. He's got time. He's got a guy open, and it throws it a little bit behind Noble at the 35, and it's going to be 4th down for the Beavers, and that's a huge throw right there, Jordan.
And that's an example right there of the connection being just a little bit off. Still hit him in the hand, still one that you feel like you probably should have had, but also you can't help but think if that ball is right there, that play looks a lot different, and now you're putting the ball back to them on a drive that you could have been moving the chains right there.
Yeah, that's the play you want to make, and I'm sure coming up they'll make it. As we said, it's a new connection as Victor becoming a prominent, or Noble becoming a prominent receiver here in this 3rd game of the season. Landon Richardson back to punt, standing on his 15-yard line. And we're going to get a delay of game. Push the Beavers back 5 more yards, back to right about the 25-yard line.
And that's another penalty that just feels, what's the point of taking that? It seemed everyone was lined up. It looked like everyone had their spot. An unnecessary 5 yards given up, and it feels like those have been piling on today.
Travis Sherwood is the lone guy back to receive this, the wide receiver. Richardson gets it away, almost blocked. Fair catch by Sherwood at the 45-yard line. Richardson is down. Did not see a connection or contact between the two, but Richardson is down, grabbing the back of his leg right about the 15-yard line. 35, 40-yard punt.
And it looks like if there was contact, it was minimal. It almost looks like he might have gotten hurt trying to avoid the contact.
Coming in quickly was Diego Betancourt, sophomore defensive back, trying to make the block. Almost got there in time. And I think probably affected the kick as it was out to the 45-yard line, and now Richardson's going to get up and hobble off under his own power. That's good to see. A little bit of a limp there. But both teams, Jordan, with offensive possessions that went basically nowhere, and now we're back to where we were after the Beavers scored. They're down 14-10. Good field position for the Rams.
Yeah, good field position for the Rams. And, we've talked about this Beaver defense, struggling at times. But, again, we played a lot of football here, and you've held them to 14.
Yeah.
The offense is averaging 430 yards a game. You've got to hold your hat on that a little bit.
2 out to the left, 1 to the right for the Rams. McCarrion is the quarterback. Gets away. Now he's under pressure. Sidestep, hits a receiver at the 43, trying to get it all the way outside. We've got a late flag on the play as he's dragged down at Sherwood at the 45.
That flag was thrown in the backfield, too. I'm interested in what they call here. A great jump on that snap by Malachi Red. Just tackled the wrong guy on there, and a good play by McCurrion to turn that into something.
We've got an ineligible receiver downfield against the Rams, and so a good game that's going to be wiped out, and a penalty will take them back to the 40-yard line. That was probably because that play took a little bit longer to develop than it was supposed to, and they were already geared to go downfield.
Yeah, that's a tough thing with these RPO plays. Is sometimes something gets blown up. And again, credit to Malachi Red on that. He kind of caused that penalty in a way.
1st and 15, ball on the 40. Amiga was trying to time the snap again. Pulls it back as they are heavy to the right side of the formation, the Rams. Hand off up the middle. And about a 4-yard gain, it looks like, and that is a Marion Gaines-Smith, who had been the primary ball carrier through the first half, and it'll set up a 2nd down and 12.
It looked like that was Robinson on the tackle. It looked like he was trying to get the ball there for a second.
I'll say go for it, man.
It.
So ball on the 43-yard line. Call it 2nd and 12 as we go down 3:45, 3rd quarter. Not a lot of completions, a lot of running in this game, Jordan, but moving the clock right along. And Markarian is in the shotgun. Going to hand it off up the middle. There's a big hole, and almost to the first down is number 32, Jordan Colbert.
Yeah, and Colbert, again, a name we didn't really call in the first half outside of the kick return game, and he's contributing here. And again, we see that kind of third and short, third and medium range where the Rams can put it in the air or on the ground. They've been successful doing both all day.
Yeah, big play on second. You got a 2nd and 12 like that. You just got a straight ahead run and get, let's call it 10 yards, set up a 3rd down and 2. You've got to get to the 45 for a first down. Colbert in there with Markarian. Beavers are really either jumping or anticipating a lot. That snap count. 2:45 to go. Hand off to Colbert, and he is hit right away, and I don't think he's going to get the first down, although it may be 4-down territory. Give credit to number 23, Antonio Williams.
Yeah, Williams, again, another big play, and this secondary has actually been stepping up and making some plays in the run game here. It feels like the Beavers are blitzing these safeties from time to time. It looks like Williams might have been shaken up a little bit.
And we got 4th down, Jordan, and usually, you're just 4 and 2, and they're a running team, but they're at the 47-yard line. So a mistake here is a huge mistake in a game, which is a one-score game. And, yeah, we are seeing the punting unit come out for the Rams. You have to obviously be aware that it could be a fake as Isaiah Bickham goes back to receive.
I think this is the right call to punt this one away, especially now that the Beavers have moved the ball.
That's Scribner with a nice kick. Fair catch called for and made by Bickham at about the 13-yard line. So after that first scoring drive for the Beavers here in the 3rd quarter, Jordan, both teams kind of trading back and forth, and defense is really stepping up.
Yeah, and again, the defense is giving this offense an opportunity, and I know the defense has had its struggles today, but if you're AR, you're looking at this going, okay, this offense is one of the highest scoring offenses in the state.
Right.
How many more opportunities? Like, this defense is giving you so many opportunities to come out and take the lead here. You can't keep squandering it because it feels like an offense that you're not going to hold at bay a crazy amount of times.
Absolutely.
So you need to take advantage here.
This is an offense that put 12 touchdowns on the board in the first 2 weeks of the season, and it's 14-10, 155 to go, 3rd quarter. Harris is the quarterback. He's going to hold on, and he's trying to get it out to the right place. He's got a man open, and I think that's Ekaterinas. And it is a nice pass. That might have been one of Harris's best throws today.
That is, and that looked like the 2nd or 3rd time that little action play has worked where it almost looks like an option, everything moving that way, and he cuts the other way. Good play design there, and you're moving the chains right away for the Beavers.
And giving Harris a little bit of time back there, too. They moved him a little out of the pocket, but good job by the offensive line to keep the Rams away. First down, ball on the 24 now. Looks like pressure going to come from the outside. Handoff up the middle, going to that outside, but well shut down by the Rams. I think we're going to probably have a no gain for the Beavers and set up a 2nd and 10.
Looked like a whole group of Rams in there. I believe Alex Valencia was the one that kind of led the charge on that play defensively for Fresno.
It's like it's TQ Wallace in there, Jordan, for I think the first time offensively today, maybe the 2nd time offensively.
It looks like it might be. I can't
or
really.
Or is that Sohan? You can't really tell by the number.
The jersey's kind of bunched up a little bit.
Yeah, I think it's Wallace. But anyway, it's 2nd down, ball on the 24. Elias Brown, also the other running back, has had a lot of duty for the Beavers today. They're going to hand it off, but it is Elias Brown at the 25, and he's dragged down. Nice pursuit by the Rams there to hold Elias to just 2 yards.
Yeah, and again, more good pursuit. That was Jalen Jones that time on that, kind of guiding Brown out of bounds and eventually bringing him down. And now this is where you don't want to be, kind of a 3rd and long and, a situation when they know you're putting the ball in the air most likely. They've been able to cover it like that. I think the best attacks in the passing game AR's had has been when they've kept Fresno guessing.
Yeah, Anderson and Victor Noble and Jaden Anderson both to the right side here. And now we're going to have a whistle, and that's going to be the end of the quarter. So after 3 quarters, Beavers came out and scored only 7 points in that 3rd quarter. They have possessions. We start the 4th. Our score, Fresno 14, American River College 10. You're watching ARC Athletics on YouTube, presented by the Stones Broadcast Networks.
Hi, I'm Monica from Ace Body Shop in Telling. We are a family-oriented business. We've been in business for over 30 years. We are located downtown Lincoln at 333 Lincoln Boulevard in Lincoln, California. We do automotive repair and 24-hour towing. Our phone number is 916-645-2859, or you can find us on the web.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Placer County's best kept secret is back for another exciting summer at historic McBean.
Fourth quarter, big play right here, 3rd and 8 to go. Ball in the 26. Beavers trail at 14-10. Man in motion is Victor Noble. Sets up on the left side with a one-on-one situation. Harris back to pass. He's got time. He's got a guy down the middle of the field. Anderson makes the catch at the 30 and is down at the 22-yard line. Jaden Anderson with a huge play. A great throw by Harris.
And we've talked about the connection that Harris needs to have with his receivers. That's the second time now where he's thrown it up for Anderson. It's looked like, hey, maybe Anderson doesn't have the guy beat, and he just turns on those burners and creates separation for him. Another huge play for the Beavers.
53 yards on the pass play. As I think a lot of attention was directed over toward Victor Noble on this left side, and Anderson had the one-on-one coverage, and Harris put that one up in the air. Anderson ran underneath it as he did earlier in the game, and Beavers are in business on the 21-yard line, 1st and 10. There's Sohan up the middle. He'll get maybe 1 yard and a host of Rams on the play. It'll bring up 2nd and 9.
And we saw that Anderson big play set up the last touchdown drive. You got to hope it's going to have the same thing here. It looks like Wallace is making his first appearance.
Yep. I tried to bring him in earlier. It was Elias Brown, but now it is TQ Wallace.
I think Coach O heard you and said, hey, you know, that actually might be a good idea. Let's bring him in.
Well, that Phantom guy's got some ideas up there, I'll tell you.
We'll keep him to football only.
Yeah, you probably want to keep a cap on most of them. Jaden Anderson, 8 catches, 179 yards, and 2 touchdowns coming in this one. He's got the 2 biggest catches for the Beavers in this game as they have 2nd down, 9 yards to go, ball on the 20-yard line. TQ Wallace in there. Harris has time. Now he comes out. He's got room on the right side. At the 20, the 15, he'll go out of bounds just inside the 15-yard line, about 4 yards short of a 1st down.
And, you know, that's another one of those plays. I feel like that just shows Harris's progression as a quarterback. We've seen him kind of force throws in situations like that earlier or take a sack. There, he has a heads-up play and turns that into a positive for the Beavers.
Let's see. It's marked at the 15, so it'll be 3rd down and 4 yards to go.
The question here is this 4-down territory? You are trailing, but there's still a lot of football left to be played.
Right, but you've got a very volatile offense on the other side of the field, and you've got to consider that. Your defense has been on the field a lot in this ball game. Anderson to the left, Ekaterinas in the slot. Sohan is the back next to Harris. Jets back to pass. He lets it fly for the corner of the end zone. Up in the air, knocked away. Fine play by number 3, Trey Carr, the defensive back for the Rams.
Good read there by Carr because it looked like Anderson kind of had the separation he needed. The ball was where he wanted it to be, and Carr just gets that hand in there right at the last second.
The only thing on that one, he's throwing it from the right hash mark to the left corner, so that ball had to be in the air a long time. Allowed Carr to make the move on it, and here is Cameron Smith in here. He has already been successful from 44. This one will be from 32 from the right hash.
He does have to pull this one.
Snap, kick is down. It is up, and it is no good. No good from Cameron Smith.
It looks
and
like
now the players say, wait a minute, no good. They look like they think it's good.
He kicked that well above the goalpost height. I'm wondering.
So no good on the field goal from Cam Smith. That means the Rams will take over, and they should get the ball at the 20-yard line. And the Beavers, I thought, many of the Beavers thought they had 3 points in the bag there.
Yeah, definitely. And you know what's interesting is I covered a game in high school where Cameron Smith had a field goal that was called no good that he kicked well above the goalpost that everyone in the stadium thought was good, and it turned out to be a difference maker in the game. So hopefully that's not the same fate here for the Beavers.
Ball on the 20-yard line for the Rams. Yajay Vance is the quarterback. He's going to hand it off. Gain Smith reverses field and will get about 3 yards.
And that was actually Antonio Williams on the tackle right before the snap. Entered the field around midfield and was running up the whole time. They snap and he's already at full speed for 20 yards.
He knew exactly what the play was going to be. He is going to come out now, and number 35, Brent Green, the freshman out of Dixon, will come back in. And we've got a 2nd and 7. Ball in the 23. The freshman, Yajay Vance, who played the second quarter and made a lot of difference with his legs in that second quarter. He's in there now. He's got 2 receivers to the right and Gain Smith next to him in the backfield. He'll hand it off to Marion, who tries to get around the left side. Good pursuit. We got a flag thrown in the backfield, and the gain's going to be about 3 yards. Let's wait and see what the flag is.
Usually when you get a flag in this situation, especially on an outside run, it's probably going to be coming back. Again, good pursuit angles by the Beavers there to kind of keep that play at bay, but it looks like it might not matter.
Single a hold against the Rams. That'll put them back behind the sticks and go all the way back to the 13-yard line. So that'll bring up a 2nd down and 17 yards to go. Three wide receivers to the right for the Rams. Vance in the shotgun. He's going to hand it off to number 35. That's Chavez, who dances in and out, makes a nice run and gets free. He's going to get a 19-yard gain all the way up to the 32-yard line. And Chavez did this in the first half, Jordan. A long gain for the Rams, and he comes out and gets it with his legs.
And it feels like this is becoming a recurring theme in this game. You know, it feels like every time the Rams get backed up behind the sticks, whether it be a penalty, loss of yards, something, there's a big run or something like that that almost negates it on the next play.
Marked at the 31-yard line. So give them a gain of 18, but more importantly, a first down for Fresno City as they start a new possession here, or a new set of downs. Vance trying to clap his hands and get the Beavers to go offsides, which sounds a little bit silly until you realize they've done it about 3 times today. He'll hand that one right up the middle. Again, Chavez running strong. He'll get up to about the 37 or 38 with a couple of Beaver defenders around his legs.
He's galloping and cutting his way up the field. I mean, every cut he makes is forward, and he's just fighting for these extra yards right now and turning this into a clock-eating drive for the Rams.
Chavez is a freshman, and he's out there. Gets it up to the 38-yard line, sets up a 2nd and 3. 10:20 to go. Clock running here in the 4th. Vance is going to hold on and got to dump a short pass off to the left side.
I believe that was
number 33, Veltre Jefferson with the catch. And didn't look like much, but let's see. I think they're going to give him just short of the first down market at the 40-yard line.
That was definitely a design screen pass there for Jefferson. There's a little confusion. We've had 1, 3, and 4 on the down marker here.
Okay, well, that's going to – do you average them then? Yeah, you got 8 divided by 3. Is that what you do?
I think at that point it's, what, 2 and a third down?
Yes, it is. It's exactly what it is. And they have plays in their playbook for 2 and a third downs as well.
You know, they say the big thing is third down conversions, but 2 and a third down conversions, that's the game changer.
You want to hold a team to less than 50% on 2 and a third down conversions. Ball will be about a yard and a half short. Now they're marking 4th down, but it should be 3rd down. So, Jordan, yeah, you've got a lot of confusion over there, and I do not think it is 4th down.
There is one person in this stadium that seems to very much think it's 4th down, however.
Well, and there's a lot of time. It's just, and now we got people pointing, and now we got the clock stopping. As Vance probably noticed that and said, hey, you know, I don't want to spread rumors, but I don't think it's fourth down.
Well, Garrett Risley right there, he was pointing at the play clock, I think, trying to get a delay of the game, which is a very bold move. If you're already getting gifted a free down, if he's like, hey, also, by the way, time's up, buddy.
But if he does that, he takes their attention off the fourth down call, and maybe that's brilliant. That's a sophomore out there that's been around a little bit and knows the game.
This is a team thinking outside the box right now.
Absolutely. Well, we sit at 9:39 to go here in the game. And a key, and I go back to that play after the penalty, Jordan, just a straight-ahead run by Chavez, the kind of play that's really gouged the Beavers in this one. As you pointed out, he's had a couple of runs, and Vance had a couple of runs that, they get him behind the sticks where you think that's an advantageous position for the defense, and they've switched it around of the Rams and made it a positive for them.
Yeah, they haven't. It looks like they're going to call this a fourth down. Well, I mean, this is still four down territory, I think.
Well, it is if they keep switching the down on you, yeah. Ran it straight up the middle. He tried. He did not make it. And he tried to pitch it out to the other running back, and he says no. And I don't know. I mean, we're going to have to go through the Stones Broadcast Network's archives to find out the down, but they definitely stopped him from getting that first down.
They did, but here's what's interesting. The argument the Rams have right now is we have a Rams shaken up. Is it looks like, Gaines Smith, he was definitely stopped on that leap forward, but he threw that ball backwards.
I thought I heard
Vance, and the whistle came after he threw the ball backwards, but they're arguing I got rid of the ball first.
Well, the Beavers somehow mystically came up with a big play, and I think we're going to, like I said, Jordan, when you watch the game back tonight to listen to yourself talk, maybe count the downs there and see exactly what happened on that one. But a huge play for the Beavers. And they will take over with the ball on the 39-yard line.
We do have word coming in from the penthouse that Stones is going to be trying to find out if that was third down or fourth down.
Well, I mean,
which means I can focus on the sound of my voice.
We all can, Jordan, thankfully. Harris hands it off. No, fakes it to Brown. He's looking to the left now. He's going to try to hit Porter. That's intercepted. That is number 7. Diego Betancourt makes the interception, and a big play by the Rams. The Beavers had a chance to turn the momentum, looking for Porter, and the ball is picked off.
And kudos to Betancourt right there. We've seen teams when they get a call going against them that's unfavorable, they get down on themselves, but the best way to make that call not matter is to take it out of the equation. Betancourt did that with that big pick right there, and a huge opportunity squandered for the Beavers.
Yeah, tough setup too, because the Beavers, that looked like that pass rush just had the one receiver in it. That's where he was looking to his left. Porter was the only guy on the left side of the field, so it was easy for the Rams to concentrate on him. And now they come out with a renewed vigor, as you say, with Vance, the quarterback, and 1st and 10 on their own 45.
And this could be a put-away drive right here if the Rams execute the offense the way they have. They've been kept off the board so far, though, in the second half.
But as we talk about all the time, Beavers defense right back on the field, and Vance is going to hand off to Gaines Smith, cuts it back, runs into a couple of Beaver defenders. The push is on, and he will be down, I think, with a gain of 4. And, Jordan, I always thought if it's okay for the offense to go ahead and push a guy one way, why can't the defense push the guy the other way and then just push him all the way back? They always say forward progress. Well, I mean, yeah, okay. But, I mean, we had the guy stopped. They have a bunch of guys push him. Why can't you do it the other way?
That's a rugby mentality right
Thank
there.
you
They
very
do
much.
it in there like a reverse maul or something like that.
That's the first time
I'm
I've ever been
all for
accused of having a rugby mentality, but I'll take it. Ball on the 49-yard line.
Not a lot's going on up there.
Thank
with
you.
the
2nd
players.
and 6 at the 49. 8:35 to go. Quick handoff and a great job by the Beavers, and that's a big loss for Gaines Smith.
And I believe that was John Correa again. Have yourself a day. The true freshman out of Rockland. I think he's taking a little anger about what he saw in the Thunder game last night and is channeling that today.
Down to at the 46-yard line. They are having a 3rd now and 14 to go. And, Jordan, this is the kind of play that the Rams have gone relatively simple with their play calling, and it's been successful against the Beavers.
Yeah, those little short gains, those short passes have really helped them. And like we said, getting the balls to their playmaker in open space and letting him do what he does best.
So 3rd and 9 to go. Vance is back. He's going to come up the middle. He's got a little bit of room. Kicks it to the outside, tackle from behind, but he's going to get the first down, and that's what he's done best. So we have a late flag coming in on the play as well.
I'm wondering if they're going to get the Beavers for maybe a late hit right here, but it didn't seem like there was anything egregious. It looked like the defender was falling kind of on Vance as he was already going down.
Yeah, it is going to be called a personal foul on the Beavers, and that play with the run by Vance and the penalty is going to end up being about a 25-yard gain for Fresno City all the way down to the 28-yard line.
Another wound for the Beavers. It's hard to say self-inflicted by that because that felt like a very bang-bang play, but still frustrating if you're AR.
Yeah, that's Vance again making something out of nothing. He's done that 3 or 4 times in this game. First time in the second half, they have a first down at the 28-yard line. He's going to pass on first down. Now he's going to try to get out of there. He's hit by 1, hit by 2, and dropped back at the 33.
That was Colin Bray on that one. I believe it was Montez that came in and kind of added the sack. So I think when Vance drops back, it's safe to say it's either going to end in a sack or a 15-yard gain.
Curious, though, I think with the Rams up by 4 and 7 minutes to go and getting that first down, that they wouldn't try to keep it on the ground, take a little bit of time off that clock. But brings up a second down. About 14 yards to go here. Ball in the 33.
Now it feels like they're kind of letting this tick
Now
down.
They are, yeah. We've got 3 receivers to the left. Vance is going to hand it off to Chavez. He cuts it back and get it back to about the original line of scrimmage. Bring up a big play right here on the 29-yard line, Jordan, at 3rd and 10.
And right now, if you're the Beavers, I think the most important thing on this drive is not only to get off the field as quick as possible, but if they are going to score, limit it to 3. Don't let them get in the end zone because I think 2 scores might just be too much to overcome at this point in the game.
They've got, and again, we've seen this play several times in this game, 3rd down and what you would call a long conversion for the Rams, and they've got it sometimes not the way they set out to, but they've had a pretty good percentage on turning these 3rd downs into first downs. So here we are, ball on the 29. Chavez to the right of the quarterback Vance. He's going to send one down the middle. He's got a man open, and it's a completion inside the 5. It'll be first down and goal for the Rams.
And another big 3rd down conversion for the Rams in this one. And again, the backbreaker for the Beavers is another 3rd and long conversion too. I mean,
absolutely.
It's got to be frustrating knowing you have them backed up and you still can't find ways to get off.
I believe that was Travis Sherwood on the receiving end. Rams have way too many guys on the field. I think that was Marcus Cropper, actually, number 16, that made that catch. First down, goal to go on the 3. $5:20 to go in this one. Chavez, and Vance fakes it to Chavez. He's going to take it himself, and kind of took a lot of punishment to get back to the line of scrimmage and set up a 2nd goal.
Yeah, Robinson led the tackling group on that one. 2nd and goal, and now I think if you're the Rams, you're okay with this one. I think you're okay settling for 3 on this drive if you have to, knowing that right now the priority is ticking these seconds off the clock.
And they have Chavez in there, who's been a bruising runner all game long. So you got to figure they think they can get 3, but if it takes them 3 downs to do it, then all the better as the time continues to tick down. Chavez with it. No, Vance holds on to it. He's going to take it himself. Ball's on the ground. Let's see what happened here. The Beavers are acting like they picked it up, and that's the one thing they couldn't have happen. We've got a turnover, and the Beavers have possession.
Yes, they do, and that was Trevon Robinson that recovered that fumble. Just a perfectly placed helmet. I didn't see who laid the hit, but it popped that ball out, and it looked like he even got a few extra yards on that one, too. We do have a Beaver, it looks like, banged up back there.
We had a couple of moving piles of humanity out there trying to figure out which one had the ball, and that's a situation, Jordan, that I'm surprised that that's what they opted to do on the goal line when you got Chavez, a bruising runner, and then you fake it to him and you take off yourself. It ends up in a turnover. Now, let's see if the ball's going to be spotted. I think it's probably going to be about the 2 or 3 yard line for the Beavers as they are attending to the player on the ground right now. The big turnover with 4:28 to go in this one. Fresno City leading this one 14-10. Let's step away for just a second as they attend to the injured player. 4:28 to go in the ball game. 14-10 Fresno. You're watching ARC Athletics on YouTube, presented by the Stones Radio Networks.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise so you can have peace of mind. Contact us to schedule your service today.
American River College is a top-tier community college sports program that provides student athletes with the opportunity to thrive both athletically and academically. ARC Athletics is currently ranked 5th in the state and 2nd in Northern California. With over 19 sports programs, our athletes compete with the region's best athletes. Our diverse and dedicated coaching staff helps athletes develop the skills necessary to compete at the next level. Start your community college athletics journey with us. American River College, Sacramento's best athletic program. Go Beavers.
.428 to go. Beavers with the big turnover. And Jordan, it sounds like it was your guy that caused it.
Yeah, John Correa having himself quite the day. I think 2 or 3 sacks. Now a forced fumble that might have just saved the game for the Beavers. I believe that's Ike Kegbu coming off the field. He was the one shaken up on the play. Hopefully nothing serious. He is able to jog off. And now, I mean, if you're the Beavers, hey, good news. You got the ball back. Bad news, you have 98 yards to go.
Right, but you have a chance with 4:28 to go. And they do have single coverage here on the left side. Harris is in the shotgun. He's going to hand it straight off, trying to get a little breathing room. And maybe they got a little breathing room, but not a heck of a lot. I'm assuming that's Brown in there to get the gain and maybe give him 1 yard, brings up 2nd and 9.
Yeah, and I think everyone in the stadium on both sides knew that that was going to be coming. And that's what's tough about this is you don't want to be aggressive and put the ball in the air, but you don't really have the time to be running these up the gut.
That's the thing. You're getting one-on-one coverage. Anderson has been a go-to guy one-on-one. He is out here against Trey Carr, who's also been excellent for the Rams. 2nd and 9, ball on the 4. Harris has time. He's got a short pass complete, tied in Correa, and he's going to get up to the 10, maybe the 12-yard line. Huge first down for the Beavers.
You know, last year I remember Rockland coach Jason Adams talking about the 2 Correas on the team. Kept emphasizing they're not related to each other. It's spelt different, and the 2 Correas making some big plays for the Beavers here.
And they told us it was pronounced one Correa. That's what they tell. You never know. And now we're going to have an ineligible receiver downfield, and that is a big play that's going to be called back. And the ball now placed at about the 1.5-yard line with another 2nd down and 11 yards to go. So another one of those plays that took a little bit to develop, Jordan, and it gave time for one of the offensive linemen to wander downfield. Huge play, huge call. 2nd down, Beavers, 3:33 to go. Up the middle, got some room. Going to get up outside the 5-yard line, set up a 3rd down and about 6 to go for the Beavers.
And that's big, too, just because that gives Harris just a little bit of room now that where you can put the ball in the air here if you need to.
Yeah, the Beavers really don't have the option, I don't think, to kick the ball. And as weird as it sounds, they're on their own 5, and it's 4-down territory as the clock goes down to 3 minutes to go in this one.
Well, I do have 3 timeouts left plus the 2-minute timeout, but...
Well, if I'm them, Jordan, I'm looking at spots at one of my wide receivers getting one-on-one coverage, and that's what I'm getting on the left side as Carr's coming up close to Jaden Anderson. Harris is looking that way. Lets it fly across the middle off the hands of Correa at the 10 and incomplete.
And that one looks like it was just basically just a drop there by Correa right there.
A little
had
high
him in
on the
his
throw,
hands.
I thought.
High on the throw, and, you know, one that bouncing off the hands. And we saw that be a problem last week with 2 of the plays, and it looks like the Beavers are going to punt this one.
2:41 to go. They do have 3 timeouts available to them. And Coach Osterhout is going to go rely on his defense, who have been, I mean, let's face it, Jordan, you talk about it a lot, this how highly ranked this Fresno City offense is, and they've got 14 points up on the board.
Yeah, this defense has been on the field a lot today,
absolutely.
But they've kept them off the board this entire second half. I mean, they've done their part and more to keep the Beavers in this game.
And I think we're going to have yet another delay of game, or did we get, I'm hoping we didn't get a timeout call. So that's going to take them back to the 3-yard line. Now that's got to be something that's got to be worked out during a week of practice, Jordan. I think that's maybe 4 delay of games for the Beavers.
And I think the second or third on a punt.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just something inexcusable at this level. And in week 3 of the season.
Landon Richardson is back for the Beavers, number 89. The Rams, I would assume, are going to pull back on this so they don't get a penalty. The kick is nice kick out toward the 45, picked up out there. Well covered by the Beavers, just about a 2-yard gain. So at the 43-yard line, 1st and 10, 2:37 to go in this one. And Jordan, obviously one team wants to run timeout, the other team needs the ball back.
Yeah, and it's the, I don't think Fresno's going to be nice and bow down to say, hey, you can have the ball back.
Yeah, they gave it to you once. Yeah.
There's a real chance that, the way Fresno moves the ball right now and the way they've been running this with how many moving parts, too, keeping the Beavers guessing, there's a real chance they can hang on to this ball until the end of this game.
Yeah, one first down probably does it. The Beavers with the 3 timeouts. Looks like Vance is your quarterback. And the Beavers are going to jump right across the line, and that's another. I don't think he was drawn off, and that, like we said, you give away 1 first down, and that might be it for the Rams. It looks like they're going to get a 5-yard head start on this one as the Beavers are offsides. No, that's going to be called. No, he signaled the wrong way. And he kind of like the Keystone Cops, he figured it out, going, oh no, and he went the other way. I like that.
I like that. Yeah. And what was interesting about that one, too, is the center did snap the ball, so I don't know if the Beavers just jumped a little bit quick and maybe the center snapped it to get that. I don't think that was necessarily the count on that play. I think the center made a heads-up play when he saw them jump.
First down, 5 yards to go, ball on the 38. Gain Smith cuts it back. He's stopped by a couple of Beavers at the 38. And I would say immediately the Beavers are going to call a timeout. So they put themselves behind the 8 ball with the penalty, but they do get a stop right there on first down. It'll be second down and about 5 yards to go. Ball still on the 38.
And I like this move to call the timeout here. I know there's some college coaches that like to wait until there's 2 minutes left to start taking these timeouts, but I think if you're AR, especially with the way the offense has kind of been slow moving a little bit, you want to just make sure, hey, I'd rather have the ball with 1:58 left and no timeouts than, be down to 1:41 and have no timeouts.
Yeah, you make it a good point. I don't think you meant to, but you did. Remember, we've got the 2-minute timeout now in college. So there's that extra timeout that you don't factor into when you're watching a college game until you've been kind of re-indoctrinated into that. But you do have that extra timeout to work with too. That's why that penalty is even worse, because you've given them 5 free yards, and if they get the 1 first down, then basically you're going to be out of time.
And with the way the Rams have run the ball too, yeah. I mean, you got to think 4 yards feels like nothing to them.
Ball in the 37, second down, 4 yards to go, 2:28 to go in the ball game. Vance, the freshman signal caller. Gain Smith is behind him. He'll get the handoff. He'll cut down inside the 35, get down inside the 32. That should be enough for a Fresno City first down with 2:22 to go in this one. Beavers are going to call the timeout. First down is given to Gain Smith, and they're not calling the timeout. I thought I saw the referee wave his hands.
I think it was to get the chains to move.
And now they started the clock again.
And now I think that first down might have come almost a little too early for Fresno, that you might still need one more to put this game away completely.
Well, yeah, because the 2-minute timeout now, and the Beavers still have 2 timeouts left. So it's basically not a lot of strategy involved here, Jordan. The Beavers need to stop them, use their timeouts, and get the ball back.
Yeah, and I think the big thing for the Beavers is I don't think Fresno is going to get aggressive and try to pull one over on you, put the ball in the air. They've been aggressive blitzing the safeties a couple times today, and I don't see any reason why you don't send the safeties here. Maybe have one guy patrolling deep just in case they pull something on you, but at this point, with 11 guys on the field, I think you need to be sending at least 7 trying to stop this and just not let anything big happen. Don't let them get a first down. try to give yourself at least a puncher's chance to maybe throw a Hail Mary.
Yeah, you're doing a little bit of a postmortem before this is over. The Beavers, I mean, a lot of good things happened with the Beavers today, mostly on the defensive side. They showed some offensive flair as well as some, looks here and there. But I think the thing that Coach O is going to think about or talk about with his team is, guys, if we cut the penalties in half, we win that game.
Yeah.
And I think that's going to be something that they're really going to drill on. And we do have a lot of new people, as we talk about all the time, and a lot of new people. Last year was a very veteran team. A lot of new people this year, and it's going to take some time to get them going. They just have to do it against tough competition. 2 minutes to go in this one. First down, ball on the 31-yard line. Vance, the quarterback. Doing the clap the hands thing. It worked, actually, if they would have snapped the ball, but they didn't. Gainsmith with the handoff. He breaks through at the 30, cuts it back at the 26, gets to the 25. Can they get him out of bounds? That would have been nice, but they don't. And he's going to finally be down at the 24, and the Beavers will call a timeout as he a gain of about 7 for Gainsmith sets up 2nd and 3.
It's a heads-up running there by Gainsmith, too, especially as he got kind of towards the outside. Looked like he kind of gave himself up before the Beavers had a chance to push him out of bounds.
Exactly.
Because there were 3 or 4 guys coming to do exactly that.
Plus, he picked up 7 yards, so that's a huge play. Sets him up well for 2nd down. And again, the timeout yards ratio for the Beavers is getting to be tilted in Fresno City's favor as they'll come out here with a 2nd down and 3 ball on the 24-yard line. And Beavers, we talk about having a lot to look to, and number one has to be this defense. We're talking about a team that you've talked about many times during the game. Ranked 6th in the state in scoring or whatever it is, and they've scored 77 points in their first 2 games. They've got 14 up on the board, and huge thumbs up to the Beavers defense in this one, front line, and also defensively. Really haven't given up. We're talking about a team that's averaging 230 yards through the air, and I'd be surprised if they have 50.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like the Beavers have taken away the air attack here, and the ground game's pounded them, but they've made them earn it.
Here we go, 2nd down. 1:50 to go, 3 yards to go. Marion Gainsmith, the running back behind Yaje Vance. Hands it off, gets through the hole. He might get down there. He balls on the ground again, picked up by the Beavers. Beavers trying to run it back. That's Tilford, and he's pulled down at the 15. But Jordan, just when you thought I was out, they pulled me back in again.
And that's the 2nd time this game now that the Beavers have forced a turnover when they needed to. I mean, it looks like Vance is trotting into the end zone to put this game away. Beavers force a fumble, and then he had the 1st down on that one. And again, the Beavers force a fumble, and now, minute 40 left, you have a timeout.
Still have a timeout.
You've been able to attack them with chunk plays. I mean, now the offensive playbook is a little more open here because I think Fresno City is going to have to not necessarily go in a prevent, but they're going to have to be in some type of zone. They're not going to be able to be as aggressive defensively.
Yeah, and I know we're getting ahead of ourselves, but that missed field goal earlier in the game looks pretty big right now. The Beavers now have to go all 87 yards for the touchdown. Harris in the shotgun. He's got Anderson out to his left. He's got 2 to the right. He's going to roll right. Quick pass out there is complete. Cutting it back in is Victor Noble, and he's going to get up to about the 23. He might be 1 yard short of a 1st down, sets up a 2nd and 1. Beavers obviously hurry up to get things going with 1:25 to go. And you don't want to get a penalty for not being set here if you're the Beavers. Harris looks right again, pulls it down. He's on the run, trying to get outside. A nice tackle over there by number 24. That is Alex Valencia for the Rams, and now the Beavers are going to have to use their timeout.
Yeah, that's definitely earlier than Osterhout wants to use that timeout, but I think it is the right move to call this timeout right here. Don't have the guys kind of panicked. They kind of got stopped a little shorter than they would have liked to there. Let's reset, and I think in this timeout, you're almost calling 2 plays right here.
Absolutely.
This is what we do when we get the 1st down. If you get it, you're running this. If you don't get it, we have this.
Well, I mean, we've talked about not making connections in the passing game for the Beavers so far, but I do think Harris has shown a lot of poise in that situation. He's under a lot of pressure from Fresno City. He tries to get out of the pocket. A good play by Valencia prevented him from doing so, but I mean, he didn't. as you mentioned earlier in the game, he didn't get flustered. He didn't throw the ball to where he shouldn't throw it. He has the bad interception today. But other than that, he has really shown some poise back there, and that's what the Beavers are going to need. They got to get the first down here first because it's third down, 1:11 to go. So still some time for them, and they do have Anderson and Nobles, who are big play threats on the outside.
Yeah, and I think right now, if you're Fresno, the big thing is you're saying Anderson cannot beat us deep again, because it could be what costs you in this one if he does it one more time.
Two to the left, and they are being manned up by the Rams. Rolling to the left is Harris. He's got the short throw, and that's going to be, was it picked off by Carr? And I think it was. They're going to call it a catch by Carr. It was short to Anderson. Carr comes up with the interception, and that should seal it for the Rams.
And Carr read that play like a book, too. The moment he saw Anderson cut, knew he was rolling out. He knew exactly where that ball was going, and just a great heads-up play. And that's going to seal the deal here for the Rams, barring a disaster on victory formation, which, I mean, I won't say never because we've seen it happen twice now here.
We really have, yeah. But we're going to see no timeouts for the Beavers, and so just a kneel-down situation for the Rams, and they'll escape Sacramento with a 14-10 win and run their record to 3-0. Vance is the quarterback. And the Beavers had a couple of chances here. That time, I think that one was, like you say, a little telegraphed on the pass pattern there, Jordan, and it ended up disastrous for the Beavers. It's kind of weird taking a knee when it's a shotgun knee. You know, that you don't see that often.
No, you really don't, and that's going to hurt the rushing average there for
absolutely. I don't think they mind as the clock runs down. Under a minute to go.
And you just need one more clean snap if you're the Rams, which has been a little bit of an issue today, but you have four guys down there in the backfield, so you got to think even a bobbled snap is probably going to end in a white jersey falling on the football.
Beavers had their chances late in this fourth quarter, and the defense turning the ball over a couple of times, but it's not going to be enough. And the Rams are going to get out of here with a hard-fought 14-10 win. Run the record to 3-0. Beavers will drop to 1-2 after the loss last week to Diablo Valley. There's the last kneel by Yajay Vance, the freshman quarterback. He's going to have a word with the referee, but I don't think there's anything the Beavers can do to stop the clock. The teams get onto the field to shake hands. A tremendous game out here, Jordan, a hard-fought game. Two tremendous defenses and offenses on both sides who did just enough for this one. And as the clock runs down, the Beavers are going to go down to 1-2 with a 14-10 defeat.
Yeah, and this has to leave a bitter taste in your mouth if you're the Beavers because, second week in a row that there have been a lot of self-inflicted errors that have kind of cost them the game. Some points left on the board, or left off the board, I guess you could say. And, if you're AR, it's going to be an interesting locker room talk and kind of gut check time if you're the Beavers.
Absolutely. Our final score, 14-10. We're back with our post game right after this on the Stones Broadcast Networks.
Here at Super Taco, we specialize in authentic Mexican food. One of the reasons we are different from other places is that we make everything from scratch. You get a great value when you come here, large portions and quality food. Our most popular dishes are many different kind of tacos. We have giant burritos, different kinds of enchiladas, and the fajita. If you're ready for real Mexican food, stop in at a Super Taco. We'd love to see you.
I love baking. I've been doing it my whole life. Grateful Bread was started because I needed the job. It always used to seem like bread was just an afterthought, and which was always kind of disappointing. But now, as not only people, foodies and people eating, they're expecting better quality, and people notice it, they can see it.
Welcome into the postgame show, sponsored in part by Ace Body and Towing.
Welcome back to Beaver Stadium. Our final today, Fresno City 14, American River College 10. Mark the Penham Low along with Jordan Georgeson. And Jordan, it's easy in a game like this, you get on the offense and you say, well, you only had 10 points. Fresno came in here with a good defense, but what we've got here, I think, is really easy to see positives and negatives after this ball game.
Yeah, definitely. And I still think, in a way, there's a few positives you can still take, even from a game that's got to leave a bitter taste in your mouth.
Absolutely.
It's the second week in a row that the Beavers have, had a lot of self-inflicted wounds, that they left a lot of points off the board. But at the same time, it's the second week in a row that things have gone as poorly as possible at times for you, and you're still sitting there with a chance to win the game on the final drive. So, you're not playing this game for moral victories, but at the same time, I don't think victory is as far out of reach as it might feel right now in that huddle.
Yeah, you're 1-2, but you're sitting here going, we lost that one last week on a deflected interception return, and we had the ball in the end zone and couldn't make the play. And then this one, you went ahead and, like you say, you're down 14-10. Everything is disastrous because they're on the goal line to score again. You pick up a fumble there. You give the ball back. You pick up another fumble. Your defense is doing things. You got to kind of believe in it. And, it's guys who played football a lot, so you'd think, well, they don't need that much time to gel because they play a lot of football. But, this is a new experience for a lot of those guys. A lot of the names we've been saying, especially this week, they're new names.
Yeah, a lot of new names mixing in. You could see kind of the chemistry being a little bit off when they first started. A lot of procedural penalties, delay of games on things like punts, where it's like, you don't need to be spotting people extra 5 yards. The assignments aren't crazy, and those are the type of problems that are going to work themselves out. If we're still seeing these problems in October, we have, I think, 3 or 4 weeks till we have another home game here.
Yeah.
If these problems are still arising then there's a different conversation to be had, but as frustrating as it is, it's still week 3 of the season. A lot of these guys are still getting to know each other, and it is kind of one of those things that, you're going to have some of those growing pains when you have the turnover that AR had in the offseason.
And let's turn that around, though, and say, look, if you're sitting there and you're just looking at the game from afar, you're going, if you take one roughing the passer penalty away and one illegal receiver alignment downfield away, this game goes the other way. It's that close of a game, which is good, but it's also frustrating because there's only 10 games in the season. You don't have that much time to make your mark.
Yeah, absolutely. And, it's kind of one of those old sayings where, at one point you say, hey, it's only week 3.
Yeah.
But then you're also like, it's already week 3.
It's already week 4 now.
Yeah,
exactly.
Now you're looking at a 1-2 hole with Modesto and San Mateo on the horizon. Yeah. It is possible. The worst case scenario, you could be staring into league play coming in at 1-4 going, what just happened? And another interesting thing with this, too, is if you look at this roster, it's a lot of guys from Rockland, Folsom, Oak Ridge, Grant. They're guys that aren't used to being in a situation with this record. So I think the big thing right now is, how do you respond to this? These are I don't think there's nothing I saw today that makes me think there's zero chance to go beat a team like a San Mateo or Modesto.
Yeah.
The talent is there. They just need to put it all together, and, the offense needs to find its groove. We've seen flashes. They just need to find a way to, get everything to kind of mesh and put it all together and make the puzzle fit.
Yeah, as you mentioned a couple of weeks before, I think our next game, October 19th against Shasta, and I really fully expect to see a different, especially offensive team when we have that game, and also a different kind of a cohesive team, because I think people are finding their spots. As we talked about before the season, it always seems like defense finds it before offense. We've got a new quarterback. We've got guys moving up, Brown moving up, and he didn't get a lot of a run last year compared to the guys who were starting the Fab Four that we talk about. We've got Anderson is new. We've got today, I don't think Mari Baker even played, so we've got Victor Noble who came out here who looked a lot of promise out there. As you mentioned, not a lot of throwing to the tight ends. We had a big one late in the game, which was negated because of a penalty. So kind of, still finding the way that they're going to attack, and Harris is still developing as a quarterback. So a lot of that from that front. But as you also point out, you got number 1 before the week started, number 1 San Mateo next week, and number 6 Modesto, who was beating San Mateo at last look. So you've got really tough opponents the next 2. But again, as you said, you just played Fresno, and you played right with them, and you held them to 14 points. So you've got the pieces are there. You just got to put them together.
I agree, and I think the number that a lot of people, especially on the outside, are going to be focusing on after this is they're going to see 1 and 2. And I think if you're AR, the number you need to focus on is 14-10. That team is 3-0. His looks like a top 5 team in the state right now, is probably going to be moving up, and it was 14-10. So I think you need to kind of hang your hat on, hey, you're playing good teams tough. You've had opportunities to win these games. don't hang your head on the record. Hang your head on, the opportunity and the position you put yourself in. And again, a lot of bright spots. The defensive line looked great. I mean, we didn't see Diallo Washington out there, who's the unsung hero and the leader of this defense. We didn't see Amari Baker, new running backs mixing in. I mean, it's a situation where, it's not ideal. You'd obviously love to be 2-1 right now. You'd love to be 3-0 right now. But the reality is you're 1-2, and I think it's going to be a gut check. But I have no doubt that this is a team that's going to be coming in that we see in a month from now looking very, very different. And we're almost going to look back at September and go, what happened in those games?
Well, we see the build, we see the blocks are there. They just got to put them in the right order. So our final score here from Beaver Stadium, the Beavers fall to 1-2. They lose this one to Fresno City 14-10. The Rams are now 3-0. Beavers on the road next week at San Mateo. The week after that at Modesto. Then I believe they have a bye until coming back here, and they will play Shasta on October the 19th. So Jordan, thanks a lot for your contributions to this game. And I thought you were pretty good out there. I thought you did a pretty good job today. For Mark the Phantom Low, for Riley the engineer, for Stones McCoy, we thank everybody for watching, and we'll talk to you next time.